Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know who it is. Cut it, cut right. Yeah. Panther Nation. It's a new season. It's time for us to bring that Lombardi back to the city. Let's go. Carolina, get ready. This is the season. 5 words. Keep pounding. Don't stop believing. Go hard. Make plays. Follow the sequence. Super Bowl is the mission. Now let's achieve it. Game time. Get ready, cause we contenders. Putting all the plays together to show we winners. Defense, beats mode, we got hitters. Offense, track speed, we got sprinters. We ready for battle, you know we ready to clash. The defensive line steady bringing pressure with sacks. The O-line putting defenders facing the grass. It's showtime in the jungles, the Panthers ready to smash. The receivers too fast, moving quick off the line. Our quarterback well skilled, he delivering dimes. I smell a Super Bowl appearance, cause it's really the time for us to win it all and set the whole city on fire. Keep pounding is the motto that we all abide by. We support the players by cheering them on the sideline. Packing out BOA Stadium every home game. Still tailgating with fans during the road game. We are so amazing, y'all just need to stop the hating. For 60 minutes, we are not playing, we dominating. We decimating every opponent, you not escaping. It's Panther Nation, you know we ready for confrontation. Carolina, get ready, this is the season. 5 words, keep pounding, don't stop believing. Go hard, make plays, follow the sequence. Super Bowl is the mission, now let's achieve it. Game time, get ready, cause we contenders. Putting all the plays together to show we winners. Defense, beast mode, we got hitters. Offense, track speed, we got sprinters. Carolina Panthers, Panther Nation, keep pounding for life. Super cars, super fans, Panther fans worldwide. Let's go. It's the year we gonna bring that Lombardi to the city, man. I feel it in my spirit. I feel it in my soul. Let's go.
Yo, Panther Nation, what's good? Welcome back to Two Fans in the Stands. I am your favorite armchair GM, CJ.
And I am your favorite couch scout extraordinaire, Tony. Come on one time.
Yes, sir. Hey, I wanted to real quick say shout out to Cuddy Cutright for letting us use his song as part of the intro. I reached out to him today and asked him could I put it as part of the intro for the live stream tonight. And I realized that song came out at the beginning of the season, but I just heard it today. And I reached out to him and I was like, hey man, I said if we can, I said, let us use that for the intro for the live tonight. And he gave us permission. So
Yeah.
Cuddy Cutright, we
Yeah.
appreciate you. Hey, everybody, y'all go check him out
Cutting
on
my
Twitter.
ball
Yeah, he said the
out
new
there
one's coming
dropping
out soon.
balls.
Yeah. Hey, I figured it'd be something different, something to get everybody hyped up. No matter how you feel about the team.
Yeah.
I think that song is fire. Like you say, Tony, he's spitting bars. So yep.
Oh yeah. It's definitely fire, man. I saw it last year. I know he tried to he tried to switch it up at the beginning of every year or the start of every year. So like there's something new to the song every year. So yeah, when I heard it the other day, I was like, okay, Cuddy, I see you. So I hit him with the gift and I'm like, bars.
Hey,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because that's how I saw it. Then I realized I was like, oh, I'm so far behind. So, I told him, I said, man, I apologize. I said, I didn't realize this had been out this long. I said, but I still want to use it, though. I said, because it's fire. So, but yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on,
Shout
look.
out to Cuddy, man, for giving us permission.
Doug said, go ahead and spit some bars, Tony.
They ain't ready. They ain't ready.
Who ain't ready?
They ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready,
who's
man.
they, cuz?
Hey man, let's go ahead on, man. Let's go ahead on.
You know who they is.
Yeah, you one of them. You one of them.
No, whatever, man. Hey, shout out to everybody that's in the chat with us already, man. We appreciate y'all pulling up, showing love to us. And as always, let me get a little bit of business out of the way. If y'all haven't already, you're new to Two Fans in the Stands, your first time here, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notification bells so you know when our videos come out. We appreciate all the love and support. We recently hit our first goal of 1,000 subscribers, and now we're on our way to our second of 2,000 subscribers. Okay. So if you like what we're doing over here, share it, tell everybody, bring everybody on over here, check us out at Two Fans in the Stands. All right. Hold on. Wait a minute. We the people request y'all do a track yourselves for the intro. Hey, MDJ, I'm not even gonna lie, man. I got my homeboy Jamal, known him from high school. He got a studio at his house. That's been on my mind, dog. I promise you. That has been on my mind. You know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it one of these days. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see if my cousin here can spit some bars for me and send them to me. I'll put them in there.
We're gonna make something happen one day.
Okay. I was about to say, don't get quiet now, Mr. I got bars.
Oh nah.
Oh man. Hey. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get back to the comments here. Let me scroll up. Doug said, make sure y'all hit that like button when you come in. Yes, please. When you come in, hit the like button. All right.
Yes, sir.
Antonio McClanahan said, what's up, guys? Panther Pride. Let's go. Let's go. Mr. Big Arm, what's up?
Antonio?
Brandon McClooney, yo. Earl Lockley, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Mr. Big Arm again said, what's good? Mr. Big Arm said, how many wins you guys think the Panthers are getting? That is a loaded question right now, but I'm gonna throw 6 out there. Just for the sake of saying something, I'm gonna throw 6.
Yeah, I was gonna say a minimum of 5, maybe 6.
Yeah. Like I've been preaching for the last few months. I'm still reserving all of my optimism and all of my hope for when we see something on the field, game 1. I'm not even giving them the preseason because of how bad the preseason was last year. So I'm holding all my optimism for game 1. So we'll see. All right. QJ Smith, the intro lit. Yeah, man. Like I said, that was Cuddy Cutright. That was Cuddy Cutright. He let us use his music video tonight for our intro. And big shout out to him. We appreciate it. All right. Oh, here he go. Duke's still the best college basketball team in NC.
You know what? You see, he got the laughing emoji because he know that was funny himself, right? He know that was funny himself. So
if you let the numbers talk it right now, NC State is the best basketball team in North Carolina. Hey, men and women, okay? And I'm not
men
a state
and
fan.
women.
Let me tell you, hey, go ahead and do y'all thing, Wolfpack. Go ahead and do y'all thing. Go ahead and bring that thing on home. I ain't hating on y'all no more. Go ahead and represent for the ACC.
Man, look who's in the comment, man.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Nella's Creations with the $2 super chat said my contribution is seeing you rap and intro. Hey, let me tell you, look, okay. All right. Like I said, I'm down to do it. I don't know about Tony. Okay, I'm not gonna wait on Tony. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to. I got a rap name. I think I might be able to use. It ain't gonna be CJ. It's gonna be something else. Somebody dawned on me years ago back home. So we'll see. But I'll let you know when it drops. Though I'm gonna work on it. But Nella, hey, thank you for the $2 super chat. Oh yeah. It wasn't intended to be a rap.
DJ Back Row or something.
DJ who?
Back Row.
Oh God. Okay, I give you that one, Tony. That was funny. I give you that one. DJ Backroll. Oh my God. Hey, don't let me use that name in that shit hit, man. Wow. DJ Backroll. Oh God.
Oh weak, man.
Oh my God. Hey, Carlos Torres. I hope everyone is well. We need a wide receiver first at 33. Then we can work with the rest of the picks as needed. Paul Mancini, impossible to predict after summer camp ends and see how this new offense schemes, new players, and draft class, and see how they gel. And of course, injuries. Who knows until the season? Yes, you are correct. Rashida Bryant, say hello, family. What's up, cuz? How you doing?
What's up, little sister?
Said we looking at 9-8 by January. Okay. All right. I hope so. Paul said Darius Robinson 33 and Xavier Leggett at 39. Say you guys make my day. Thanks for appreciate the 702 Panthers. Appreciate you.
Appreciate that 702.
Hey, we aim to please. We aim to please. Brandon McClooney said T Sweat at nose tackle, A Robinson, Deanne Brown getting 10 plus sacks all-pro season. Well, and you know what? And we're going to get into that here shortly. I do got a question to ask everybody about our defensive line. All right. Let me see. QJ Smith. We let T Grizzly destroy us. Duke's Biggs play soft all year. Hey, let me tell you, man. Hey, he called T Grizzly. Hey, DJ Burns, as much as I look at him and I'll be like, hey, he just throwing up the luckiest stuff and it's going in. But hey, the brother putting in work, man. Your brother.
Yeah, he definitely putting in work. He definitely putting in work.
Rod said, see, my rap intro was catching on. Hey, hey, Rod, you did start this. You did start this. You did start this. Hey, Paul said, good.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Good evening. All right.
What's up, Paul?
So, and y'all have to excuse me tonight because when I say the pollen here in Charlotte is everywhere, my sinuses are okay, but my eyes are a little bit red. So I apologize. Y'all see me wiping my eyes pretty often here. But Tony,
just tell the people you high, man. Just gonna get over it. Just tell people you high. You in your man cave now, you know, you let something in the air. You know, just let the people, hey, just be real with the people, man. You know what I'm saying? Just be real.
You be real. I'm gonna slap the hell out of you when you come down here for training camp.
that contact hit different, don't it?
Whatever, dog. Okay. I see you early in the morning. You on one today. Okay. All right. I got you. Cool.
I got a little sleep. Cool. I got a little sleep.
I see. All right. Hey, well, the reason why everybody is here, we wanted to do a little bit. We did the defense last week, and we took a look at the roster and what we thought would be the projected starting lineups, and we compared that to game 1 of last year. Okay, and just like last week, I'm gonna preface this by saying we're comparing where we're at now until against the start of the season last year. That's game 1 against Atlanta, and we know we don't have the draft. We don't have any undrafted free agents, and free agency is still not over. So this is just how we stand now versus how we were week 1 last year. And we're just going to see, you know, how it pans out, maybe, you know, how it looks. All right. Hold on, let me see. Say he might be high here rapping now. Talk some
MDJ. Hey, all I'm saying, man, hey, the man got his own little man cave now. Ain't no telling what be going on out there. You understand what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Hey, I can't disagree with that. You know. But all right. Okay, so all right. Hey, let me go ahead here and welcome who has been dubbed our third fan in the stand, and that is C. Dougie from What's Up, Doug. How you doing, sir?
What's up, big cuz? Hey, Tony on
Dougie,
one day.
What's popping?
Hey,
he is.
Hey, Tony met something with that tea. See, I've been waiting to get on. Tony got something in that tea cup today.
Oh, this that herbal Hennessy. You medicinal.
See, look. What I tell you, CJ. What I had to look at
the herbal Hennessy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's for medicinal purposes. Yeah.
Lord, how you been doing, man? How you been doing, sir?
Man, like I told Tony, man, it's been quiet on the Panther front, and you know, most of the time I talk to you guys behind the scenes, but I know since I got back in Texas, I just been trying to get ready for you know, breaking news content and all that. So it's been like a getting reacquainted in Texas, and then making sure I keep up with the family and all that. But other than that, I can't complain, man. I cannot complain.
All right, that's good. That's
okay.
good. That's
all
good.
Right.
Okay.
Mom Deuce doing good. Everybody good.
Mom Deuce is doing good. Grandma made it there yesterday, so now Grandma is on duty for 3 weeks. From my last hearing, her knee can bend up to 102 degrees. I don't know how people like how you bending your knee 102 degrees, but the max she has to get it to is 120. So everything's going good. Good moments, bad moments, but I did talk to Mom Dukes today. So other than that, she had rehab. They pushed her, but all good, man. So I'll definitely tell her I appreciate you guys asking.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a new journey for her. So
all right, bet. Hey, I know Grandma giving her the business, boy. I tell you, you know that mother-daughter relationship.
Oh, well, you really want to know something, CJ? My mom is her oldest. My mom is her oldest out of 5. So they're going back and forth because it's like
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. All right, y'all. Well, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get into it, man. And again, like I said, y'all, make sure I hit that like button for us. Help us with the algorithm. We appreciate all y'all.
Right. That like button.
They do that. Tony, I gonna make sure they do that.
All right. Let's go. Oh, hold on, my bad. Wrong side. Okay, so I figured I'd go ahead and get this one out of the way. All right. Bryce Young is the quarterback. I ain't gonna spend too much time talking about it. Everybody has their opinion on Bryce. Okay. Some people love him, some people hate him. Me personally, I just want to see the young man do good. He's a Carolina Panther. I just want to see him succeed. But in the same breath, okay, if he doesn't succeed, then we gotta figure something else out. This is plain and simple, But as of right now, Bryce Young is the quarterback. Andy Dalton is the backup. Okay, and as Dave Canales did say, he does want to get a QB3. Somebody that does have some playing experience. To add something, your value experience to the QB room. All right, fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to say about the QBs?
Go ahead, Doug.
Short and sweet. Bryce has gotten a lot bigger. I think Bryce was 9. I think coming into college and coming into the league, body frame wise, I'm talking about weight wise, I did think he can get a lot bigger. From the reports I am hearing, he did, get in a good all season, got with our weight coaches and picked up a couple of pounds where you're gonna see his arms a little bit bigger, his frame look a little bit bigger. Other than that,
okay, that'll be nice.
Oh yeah. I mean, you're gonna be able to see it. It's gonna show. Even though he's small in stature, I do think he did get bigger from what I'm seeing off his Instagram and social media. Other than that, is really nothing. It's just I can't wait till the 8th, where Dave Canales said the number one thing he's gonna do is work with Bryce's football. That's the number one thing he wants to do. Other than that, Bryce has everything. Bryce has been short since high school all the way to the pros. Only thing we can do is help the intangibles, and the number one intangible is footwork. That's all I got.
Okay. Back.
Exactly. Nah, yeah, basically what Dave Canales said, and I like the idea of bringing in a third quarterback to be a veteran quarterback, because like you said, we've been saying ever since last year. Well, of course I have. The man was the first overall pick. You're not going to get rid of him in the first year or even the second year. I know the first year was shitty. He didn't play good. You all right? Let's just call it what it is. He didn't play good. Well, whatever anybody, thoughts are, he probably didn't meet. I know he didn't meet his own expectations, but you saw glimpses of what could be if everything else around you is right. So I'm hanging on the possibility. And, especially for first round draft picks, especially if you're first overall and you're a quarterback, you're going to get at least 3 years. You're going to get those first 3 years before it's time to extend you or anything like that, talking about a new contract. So, hey, it is what it is. He the quarterback going forward. This year, to me, it's almost like saying it could be his rookie year, because like we have said constantly, Frank Wright didn't build the offense around him. That he didn't build this offense to Bryce's strength, and that's something that Dave Canales has been preaching since day one. So I'm just intrigued and ready to see what is that going to look like, and definitely see how Dave Canales works with him as far on his footwork. Every off season, every quarterback, whether they're a rookie or a 10-year vet, go back in the lab and you start all over again, and you build it from the ground up. So it always starts with the footwork. It always, like Doug said, it always starts with the intangibles, things that you can't control. Okay, so I just want to see what that finished product going to look like.
All right, facts. Okay, so that's it for the QB room. Like I said, short and sweet. It's what we got. So we're gonna move on.
Right.
All right, running backs, and still got the same running backs, but kind of a flip in running back one. 23, we started off with Sanders, Hubbard, Blackshears, running back 1, 2, 3. coming into 2024 is Hubbard, Sanders, and Blackshear. Okay. Me personally, I hope Hubbard can build on the season that he had last year. Almost had 1,000 yards. I do hope with the new additions to the offensive line that our short yardage game will be better, whether it's better with Hubbard, Sanders, or Blackshear, or if they decide to bring in another running back, maybe later on in free agency or via the draft, whatever works. I hope they figure something out. But there was a lot of disappointment in this room last year, in my opinion. Especially from Miles Sanders, and I do believe Miles Sanders was playing hurt. If I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. He did have a little nagging injury for a lot of last year. Right or wrong?
Yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, he did. Early part of the season, he had a few nagging injuries.
Okay. But I hope that this trio here, and Blackshear probably be, he'll probably make his mark more so on special teams. But I hope between the three of them, like Canales said, he'll have certain plays for certain players. Okay. I hope he has a set of plays for Hubbard, set of plays for Sanders. Okay, you bring Blackshear in, set of plays for Blackshear. So we'll see how that goes. But fellas, let me know what y'all think.
Go ahead, Doug.
For me, hold on real quick because I need to make sure before I say his name. A name that I'm gonna bring up that I'm an advocate because he's an Aggie is Tariq Cohen. I know a lot of people are not giving him a fair shot because he didn't play for a couple of years. He had a couple of back-to-back nagging injury seasons, but we can't forget about him because if he is healthy, he was very unstoppable to guard. Well, I'm watching basketball, so let me not say guard. What I mean, he was basically unstoppable to game plan for because he was a human joystick. For me, I also still think we are going to draft one. I do know that we don't really do a lot of draft talk when we're just talking about roster, but that room is a room that will definitely look different after the draft. Either we'll draft a running back or we'll bring in an undrafted free agent that will accommodate that room. Like CJ said, Chuba Hubbard is RB1 right now. And I'm kind of frustrated with Miles Sanders because when we alluded to a couple of games, if you look at it, the only big run and what we thought we were going to get out of Miles Sanders was what he did in New Orleans for that longest game of the season for him. Other than that, we didn't see anything else for Miles Sanders. I do think right now, me personally, we don't have a Rashad White that's on this team. That's the running back with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. If you see how Dave Canales utilize him, one thing that Chuba Hubbard did struggle with is being a pass catching back. He can take one to the house, but he does struggle with catching out of the backfield. So I do think again that's the reason why this room is still looking for one accommodation to fulfill that room. And for me, I'm really am hoping Miles does bounce back because if he doesn't, I know for sure he will be cut, and that'll be a dead cap that will come going into 2025. So other than that, it's just a wait and see. But I do know Dave Canales did say we're going to be stubborn at running the ball. So I hope these running backs are ready, and hopefully, we can figure out what they need to do.
Facts. Hey, real quick, 702 Panthers with the 199 super chat. Hey, we thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. All right.
702, appreciate that, man.
Yeah. Tony, what's your thoughts with the running back room, sir?
I like our running back room. And if we're going to be honest, yes, Chuba Hubbard had a good year, even though he didn't start the year off as a starter. Okay. Miles Sanders, like we said, he had some nagging injuries at the beginning of the season that he was fighting through or whatnot. Lost the starting position to Chuba Hubbard. Blackshear, like you said, is definitely going to make his chops in the kickoff return game. Pretty much Emir Smith-Marset is going to be the punt returner. I just push back a little bit on what Doug said about Tariq Cohen. Like, I'm a Tariq Cohen fan too. Went to A&T, HBCU grad, human joystick. When you talk about a small player from a small school that dominated, I ain't talking about was just good. He dominated in the CIAA. And I think it was CIAA at the time. I don't think, it was CIAA. They hadn't gone to the
MEAC.
MEAC. Okay, MEAC.
Yeah.
And we just have to be realistic and mindful. Like the guy was out of the league for like two or 3 years, and
Right.
then came back. Carolina gave him an opportunity on the strength of Chris Table because Chris Table had him in Chicago, and he suffered another injury while on the practice squad trying to get back. So I don't know how much of an option is that going to be of him going forward. And if you do keep him, where do he fit in that? Because Blackshear has been dominant on kickoff returns past
Facts.
2 years. Full stop. Emir Smith Marset showed you what he could do in punt returns last year. So in
Right.
my mind, those two positions are sewn up. So I don't
Mm-hmm.
really know Tariq Cohen will fit into the equation in the running back room. And I know a lot of people has been talking about, well, we need a bigger back. We need somebody that can get 4th-and-1 or 4th-and-inches.
Mm-hmm.
Chuba Hubbard put on some weight last year. You know, he came into the league like 210 pounds. Chuba Hubbard, I think, played around like 220, 225. I don't know how much bigger of a back that we need. And to be honest, majority of the time last year when it was 4th-and-1 or 4th-and-inches, Chuba Hubbard was able to get the yardage. So I think with a better offensive line in front of him and Miles Sanders, I think you're going to see better offensive line play. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
Hey,
hopefully, hold on, Doug. I'm gonna push back on you a little bit, Tony, because I remember more often than not that 4th-and-short, 3rd-and-short was stopped. I mean, I know it wasn't stopped every time, but there was a whole lot of them. But like you said, new offensive line, well, the new pieces to the offensive line. Hopefully, that could change some things.
Well, you still stuck in the Christian McCaffrey days, so I'll forgive you for that one. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, shoot, it was the same thing with him too.
he throwing direct darts tonight, boy. What this
Hey,
one?
it's
I'm
all. Go
just,
ahead, Doug.
I'm just saying he's a little traumatized. Things not easy to get over some things as usual. And I'm just saying that just played it, play into the equation. That's all I'm saying.
No. Hey, brother, go look at the tape. Go look at the tape. All right.
But I,
All
I,
y'all
I
in the
said
chat.
I did I said not
Hey,
all the time. I said majority of the time when you needed Chuba Hubbard to get that 4th-and-1 or 4th-and-inches, he was able to do it. I ain't saying 100% of the time, but
no, I'm
majority
not
of the
even gonna give you majority. It was definitely about 25% or low or lower. Yeah, it was
okay.
not the majority of the time. Not at all, sir.
All right.
Not at all. Okay.
Okay.
If somebody can give me the numbers and prove me wrong, I greatly appreciate it. And I apologize to you. But like I said, more often than not, 3rd-and-short, 4th-and-short, we were getting stopped. But yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
No, I was just gonna ask this question because I'm kind of sort of back up Tony's point on Tariq Cohen. I think everybody's expecting us to draft a running back. So if we do draft a running back, you're gonna have 5 running backs now in that room. More than likely,
Right.
Miles Sanders or Chuba Hubbard would not be on the practice squad. More than likely, your drafted new acquainted running back will not be on the practice squad because somebody can pick him up, and that leaves Blackshear still there with Tariq Cohen. So, question to ask with this particular slide: with there possibly being 5 running backs in that room, do you guys think there would be a 3 active day roster? Well, 53-man roster. What I mean by active, 53-man roster. Would there be either 3 running backs signed, or would that be 4? And the reason I asked that is because if I'm not mistaken, we had 4 tight ends on the 53-man roster last year. Was it 4 or 5?
4. It
Not
was
on not not
Thomas,
not
Hurst,
not on the
Trimble.
active.
No, well, on the 53 man, I think it was.
Oh, okay.
That's what.
Yeah.
So when he said the 53-man roster. So what I'm asking is, do you guys think if we do draft a running back, how many running backs will be signed to the 53-man roster?
Well, it depends. It depends on who you draft and whether you draft one or do you get a running back as an undrafted free agent.
I'm
Now,
saying
9 times
drafting.
out of
I'm saying drafting.
10,
Hey,
depends on who it is. I
yeah.
can tell you this: Hubbard is going to be your starter. You can't Hubbard and Sanders. I think they're your 1-2 punch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think for what Raheem Blackshear brings to the kickoff return game and being a third down back that can catch out the backfield, I think he has solidified his spot with his performance over the past 2 years. So me personally, I don't think those 3 are going to change.
Okay.
Hey, well, look, Doug, I offer this a solution. Get rid of Ian Thomas again. No slight to Ian Thomas.
See, you going
Get,
in the direction I'm going in, but I just yeah. See, but
hey,
I
look,
just went in, gonna say how many we're gonna be on the 53. But yeah.
Well, I didn't want to touch on tight ends because that ain't what we're talking about right now. So we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay, I got you. Anything else on the running back show?
No. Like I said, I still do think we will draft one, regardless of this room right now. I do still think we will draft one.
Yeah, because now, I mean, that's not a given. If we do draft one, I hope it's I do hope it's somebody they're playing, because who was it last year? The running back we had from App State. I forgot his name. Was he an undrafted free agent? Yeah, Peoples. Was he undrafted? Okay.
Yeah, he was undrafted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Because it was all these guys here, plus Spencer Brown and him in the backfield at the start of preseason.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Spencer Brown is still on the practice squad.
Here, I can check right now.
I think he's still.
I was just looking at the roster. He is. He is still here. So right now, running back wise, so you got Mike Boone. Okay, so you got Blackshear, Mike Boone, Spencer Brown, Tariq Cohen, Chuba Hubbard, and Miles Sanders. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 running backs right now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Austin, right? Cameron No Hands Peoples. Yeah. I mean, that's what I mean. Listen, he was brilliant at App State, but he could not catch, and he had fumbling issues.
He had a fumbling problem.
Yeah.
He had that in college. He fumbled a lot in college.
Hey, look at his comments. If Jonathan Brooks is better than any back we have on the roster, we can get him in the third.
No, we can't. He would not be there in the third. Dallas has already had him in for the 30 the official 30 visit. Yeah, I think he done been there twice.
Tony, but guess what Dallas is about to do? And then we can get back to Panther football. Dallas about to sign.
Hey, Doug, hold on. Before you get to that, hey, Mr. Hunky Dory, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. As always, we appreciate you, sir. He said, I saw a tight end in the gym earlier. Oh God, but she could squat bench more than me.
Why, man? Why?
Hey, you know what, Tony? Why not?
Hey, appreciate it, Mr. Hunky Dory.
Thank you, Mr. Hunky Dory.
That dude is comedy, man.
Pure comedy
every time.
Go ahead, Doug.
Real quick, they're supposed to be bringing Zeke back, and the kicker reason why I don't think they're going to they're supposed to be bringing Zeke back, but this is the kicker. Dalvin Cook is also supposed to be a Dallas Cowboy, and the reason why I think they will not draft a running back if they bring both of those gentlemen back, and they still have Deuce Vaughn from last year. So again, it just depends on. And I understand what Tony's saying, but being here, you hear a little bit more, and people are talking. But I know for sure, the one that everybody's waiting on is just when is Zeke going to sign. But it's almost like the paperwork is there. He just has to sign the dotted line. The Dalvin Cook one I have to see. But if they do bring Zeke and Dalvin Cook, and you have Tariq Cohen, I do not think they're going to get Brooks. And if they do, they do. But again, they're going to get both of those gentlemen on a cheap deal because it's basically at the back end of free agency.
Okay.
All right, CJ.
All right, cool bean.
That's your Dallas Cowboy talk for today.
Hey, but you know what? That's interesting, and it may in some way affect what we do in the draft. So appreciate that, Doug. That's some good info, bud. All right, O-line. One of our biggest issues last year, and one of the more interesting parts of our offense during this period of free agency.
You want me to tell you what's real interesting?
What's that?
How you got Brady Christensen as Austin Corbett? That's real interesting.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, my bad. Oops.
Now, to his credit, he did say his eye was bothering him. So, hey, take that with a grain of salt, folks. Just take it with a grain of salt.
Hey, CJ, we give him all the ammo tonight, so we're gonna let him live.
Hey,
Listen,
it's all
if
good.
If it was me, he would be killing me right now.
Locked
I
and
feel no
loaded.
shame.
Locked and loaded. You shouldn't,
I
sir.
feel
It's
no
all good.
shame.
Okay, everybody, I'm sorry. That is Brady Christensen there. My bad. That's supposed to be Austin Corbett. I got him on both sides. Damn, I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Like you said, them eyes messing with you.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I looked over there and I was like, "Oh, that's him," and I'm just bloop. So, my bad. All right, go ahead, y'all. Go ahead. Let's talk about the offensive line.
Tony, you want to go? I can go if you want me to.
Yeah. Well, to me, this was the biggest need of any position on the team heading into free agency this year. I like what they done. I like what they've done with the addition of Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis. We definitely needed to solidify those two guard positions because we've seen how horrendous, how horrible our guard play was last year, and I think that affected everything on the offensive line, especially at center. So with Damian Lewis coming in to be the left guard and Robert Hunt being the right guard, bigger guys, but they're not only just big guys, they have nimble feet. You know what I'm saying? They can really move. We didn't have guards that can really move or offensive line that fit the scheme that we wanted to run last year. When you talking about running wide zone, it's more of a finesse than it is a power blocking scheme if you're going north and south. You know what I mean? So bringing those guys in, not only are they big guys, but they can move. My only concern is the center position. You know, with Bradley Bozeman being gone now, and now they talking about Austin Corbett moving to center. I really have to see what that is going to look like, and that's one of the things I'm going to pay attention to in training camp this year because one, Austin Corbett, if I'm not mistaken, chat, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. This is the last year of his 3-year contract, of his 3-year deal. So not only is this his last year, he's coming off two major knee injuries, a torn ACL and a sprained MCL that cost him the remaining, I think, 4 or 5 games of the season last year. And right now, to my knowledge, I don't know who is the backup center. Now I know K May plays center at Tennessee and at Georgia. That's an option, but he's not that nimble for what Dave Canales and those guys are looking for from the center position. So I'm still of the mindset by this being Corbett last year, and don't know what you're going to get him coming back from injury, and he hasn't played the center position since the preseason in Cleveland. So there's a lot of negative things that you have going against you at the center position. So that's why I'm high on drafting the center with one of the first 2 picks in the second round.
Okay.
Really and truly, I'm not high on Austin Corbett. One thing that I think a lot of people have to understand, both of these acquisitions in Hunt and Lewis are also great in the run game. I know, well, run and pass game, but really for what Dave Canales wants to run in this offensive system, he's a run heavy offense. And if you give credit to the 2 big cousins, they even did a film breakdown on these 2 acquisitions when we brought them in. If you see the running lanes they are able to create, they are top notch, and were top priorities for a lot of teams to go into this offseason with guards. What is one thing Ike Ekwonu is good with? He's better a run blocker than a pass blocker. That's number 1.
Yes.
If you look,
and he can get out in space, and he can get out in space and run.
Well, if we really want to go into that, I wasn't gonna go too deep because I didn't know people knew. You have 3 of the top 15 offensive linemen that are good in space. And again, I know people like Doug, where you see that at, it is out there. Ike Ekwonu is good in space. We're not talking about pass blocking. Robert Hunt is, I think he was top 3 or 5, if I'm not mistaken. And Damian Lewis was like number 12 with being a lead blocker in space. And
okay.
If you look at it with Taylor Moton, even though he has been Mr. Reliable, he is good in space as well. The only issue that we do have is at center. Tony said with our first 2 picks, with the mocks I've been able to do, you still have been able to get quality centers when it comes all the way between 33, 39, and 101. It just depends on how the board falls, what are the needs that we have that we can address, and how high are those particular prospects above a center if there is one. I know Tony and I definitely have talked about a Cooper Beebe. We talked about Frazier. What's the guy at Duke? Tony, I can't think of his last name.
Graham Barton.
Graham Barton.
Those are 3 names that are at the top of the list, but you have like a Bo Lemmer that can go as that Zinner. I mean, it's a lot of names out here that, again, we do not have to.
Tortellini from Wisconsin.
There you go, Tortellini from Wisconsin. Again, we're giving you guys names that we know off the top of our heads that we've been doing tape on. You do not have to reach. And I'm not saying Tony said reach, but it just depends on how the board falls that you can possibly get a center. And I do think there's going to be added competition throughout the draft for that.
Facts.
Go ahead, CJ. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute. Is the great Houdini working today?
Damn right.
Austin Corbett done made it.
You damn right. Yes, sir. You damn right. Yes, sir. I'm nice with it, cuz. I'm nice with it.
I see that, player. I see you. I see you, player. He did that shit real smooth too. I was like, wait a minute.
Hey, look, when you see me looking over here like this, I had Canva up. I was over there, let me fix this real quick. I said, because I can definitely get this done before you finish talking. Oh my goodness. But yeah,
but
man.
Go ahead, CJ. What you think about the O-line? What you think about the free agent acquisitions?
I like Hunt, I like Lewis, and a lot of the things I keep hearing is some are upset that, like we went and spent $150 million on guards. Okay. But now, in the same breath, we have been, like I always like to say, this is my analogy. We've always been shopping at Dollar Tree, or whatever, or Dollar General. Okay. Now we upgraded. We went to the outlet mall. Now we went to the outlet mall shopping for offensive linemen. You know what I mean? So we go out and we get bargain pieces. And I give you an example: Cam Irvin, Pat Eifert.
That's what I'm saying. Read the money, CJ, because that's again where a person's saying they got PTSD. We not having that.
Hey,
Tip Drill
Will. What's up, dog? With the $10 super chat, hey, man. We appreciate you as always. He said, I have PTSD. I don't trust Ish. They have to prove it. Hey, that's a fact, man. That is a fact. That is a fact.
That is fact.
And the thing is, we're getting back to the guards, but I like the fact that they went out and, if they overpaid for a Hunt, that's yet to be seen. If he comes in and does what he's supposed to do, I think it's money well spent. And at the same time, his contract this year and Lewis's contract this year, they're both cap friendly. Okay. Correct. So they didn't come in here and knock us over the head, year one, and we're right back in the same spot that we were as being cap needy. You get what I'm saying? Like we were down bad in the cap. So they're both cap friendly deals this year. And when next year comes around, if I'm not mistaken, our cap space is supposed to be improved vastly. Okay. So then, I think Hunt gets $20 million next year. So we'll be able to pay that and also add other talent to the roster as well. But Corbett, just like you guys said, that's my biggest concern. My biggest concern is Corbett. I am willing to, give him a chance, but in the same breath, like we said, go ahead and draft you a center. All right. Now, Mr. Hunky Dory had a comment and he said, we don't need a 4th or 5th round talent. We need to get somebody in the 2nd and 3rd round. But, with that, if they draft a center at, somewhere 33, 39, 65, whatever, I'm not going to be upset with it. I'm not going to be upset with it all. Because like Tony always says, it starts in the trenches. And at the same time, you got to, the same way we talk about J.C. Horn, okay, and he's injury prone. Austin Corbett has been hurt twice in the last year.
in the same year.
In the same year. He has been hurt twice in the same year. And now he is going into, as of right now, he is a starting center. So, yes, if they do mess around and take a center early, I have no issue with that. I have no issue with that at all.
I like this comment right here. Otis Walton Thoughts said, "What center fits our scheme the best in the draft?" And I'm glad he asked that question because me and Doug have been high on Cooper Beebe for a while, and I went back and I watched some tape. When I think about the type of centers that can fit this scheme, even though you want a big boy, but it's like with Hunt and Lewis, you want a big boy with some good feet that can really pull from the center position, that can really set the block, on a defensive tackle and pull into the second level. So when I went back and looked at it, I was like, well, Cooper Beebe kind of fits in that mold of like a Bradley Bowes. I think he is a little bit more athletic than Bradley Bozeman, plays with a little bit more pad level than Bradley Bozeman. But when you talk about specific scheme, I like Zach Frazier out of out of West Virginia, and Bo Limmer out of Arkansas.
There it is.
Both of those guys have good feet. I think Bo Limmer strong as hell. He put up like 39 or 40 bench press reps at the combine, and he held his own senior bowl week, especially in drills against Tavondre Sweat, the big defensive tackle out of Texas. So when you talking about centers that fit the scheme, those two really come to mind. And Graham Barton offers you position flexibility because he can play center and he can play guard. And he showed at his pro day last week that he got them feet too, that he can move. So you got options.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, I want to show this comment too. Flame for Jesus said, wide receiver isn't a must have with the second round. We have a lot of stopgap people on defense. You know what? The further along and the closer we get to this draft, I'm tending to agree. Okay. And I know this is going to be very unpopular, but if the Panthers don't take a wide receiver with 33 or 39, I'm not too mad at that. I'm not too mad at that at all.
I mean, CJ,
I'm not too mad.
We did it in the last mock draft. Just think about it. We did defense both positions, and then we got a wide receiver in the third round.
Yeah. Well, because when you think about it, like, I know wide receiver is a sexy pick. Everybody wants a wide receiver. We get enamored with these 40 times at the combine, this and that. This is one of the deepest positions in the draft. You do not have to reach for a position that is deep in this draft, especially when you have a lot of other holes on this team that needs to be filled. We talked about how the center position is very suspect. We talk about adding another linebacker. All right. We've talked about adding another edge because we don't know what DJ Warner's situation is going to be when he's cleared to play for, I think it's OTAs or training camp, one of them.
OTAs.
But either way, you want to make sure you have something solid, not only right now, but for the future. So that cornerback, we've been talking about, CJ and I, we've been talking about cornerback for the past 2-3 years. We're thin at that position right now. So there's other positions of need. And it doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to have all these top flight, big body wide receivers if you can't get them the damn ball. If you don't have time, right? If you don't have time for your quarterback to sit back in the pocket and deliver the ball to his playmakers. So for me, like always have and always will be, starts in the trenches. We saw how Bryce Young got his head tore off last year, 62 sacks. I think he had like 10 or 11 fumbles. I mean, it was disastrous. So if you want to protect your franchise quarterback and you believe, like I do, that he can be better than what he showed last year, you got to protect him up front. And if you know anything about offensive line coach Gilbert coming from Tampa Bay, the interior of the offensive line is always strong and stout. So, I'm gonna leave that right there.
Hey, CJ and Tony, real quick. Puka Nacua got drafted in what round?
Don't give me a line. I'm so I don't know.
Puka Nacua got drafted in what round?
5th. He was a 5th round pick.
There you go. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
All right.
That's all I gotta say.
Hey, MDJ said Dan Morgan is in a unique position. I mean, there's nothing off the table position wise. We are void of talent in general. BPA is very possible. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you know what? And I always said that, I think Dan Morgan needed to nail this draft. His first draft as general manager. But like MDJ said, if he go out there and brings us players, somebody is going to come in at their position and make an impact right away. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with that at all.
Yeah. We need 3 starters. We need definitely 3 starters out of those first 4 picks for sure.
Yeah. I definitely think we'll get it too. All right. Let me see. Flame for Jesus said,
Jones.
Hold on. Oh, go ahead.
Rock Jones said zone blocking, good feet, and get into the second level type of center. What you just said, 100%. Yeah. Go ahead, CJ.
All right. Flame for Jesus said Powers Johnson only played 17 games at Oregon. He hurt his hamstring during the second practice at the Senior Bowl. He only competed in 3 events at the Combine. JPJ is a risk. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Rock Jones, we appreciate you. That's about one of the positive things that you said since you've been joining the family for months. Damn Duke fan. Game. I don't even know what Rock. Who is Rock Jones a fan of?
He's a Gamecock fan. He's a Gamecock fan.
Anybody against us?
Yeah, he's a Gamecock fan. All right. But hey, leave alone. Give him some grace.
Hey, this Herbal Hennessy be hitting though.
Hey, go ahead and go to that next slide because
I am. He on one this morning. I'm gonna have to slide to the next room and text his wife and be like, hey, you might need to go check on your boy. All right. Let's move on, y'all. Okay. Let's go to tight end. Okay. And last year, going into game 1, we had Hayden Hurst, Tommy Tremble, Ian Thomas. And also it was Giovanni Ricci, who was not with us.
Ricci.
Anymore. Okay. Now going in as of right now, Tommy Tremble, Ian Thomas, and Stephen Sullivan. Okay, and Jordan Matthews is also on the roster too, but I believe he's in the practice squad. Okay, and I will say this: if you checked out our last live, and we was talking about what Canales said. No, I'm sorry, not last live, live before. I think it was on Wednesday, and he was saying that he's high on Tommy Tremble, he's high on Ian Thomas, he's high on Stephen Sullivan. So he likes all the tight ends that we have on the roster right now. But he did mention that he would like to pick up a quote unquote Swiss Army knife tight end as somebody who can kind of come in and do it all. You get what I'm saying? Because these guys like Thomas, good blocker. Okay, Sullivan has great hands. Tremble is kind of a mixture of both. But I think what Canales is getting at is he wants somebody to come in, who's a good route runner, good blocker, good hands, all in one package. Okay, fellas, what y'all think?
Go ahead, Doug.
Ben Sinnott, Theo Johnson. What is Wiley's first name?
Jared
Wiley. All those are switch Army knives, but the main one you want is Ben Sinnott. That is. Ben Sinnott also has, I think I told the fellas, Ben Sinnott just got a top 30-day visit. When did I send that to y'all? Was it it was during the weekend or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ben Sinnott just got a 30-day visit. For me, shout out to Tony. Tony sent CJ and I an article on Hayden Hurst. No hurt feelings. Basically he was cleared. They just didn't play him because with the whole, what we playing for, possibly didn't want to get him hurt anymore. I do think Tommy Tremble has not been able to get the necessary touches and necessary attention. I mean, couple of games that you look at the Green Bay game and look at the Miami Dolphin game. If you just look at how he played and how aggressive he was when he got those opportunities, he excelled. Ian Thomas was always a project, never was a for sure thing. He was supposed to come in and learn underneath Greg Olson. Did not work. Ever since then, has not worked. Sullivan, good hands. We saw what he was able to do down the season. One particular game was I think the Bears game, if I'm not mistaken, where he had a good showing there. But I'm very high on Ben Sinnott. I do think if we can get him, and if we do a possible trade back with the 39th pick and get some more picks, I do think we would try to grab him early third. But that tight end room is another room that is unfinished, and definitely is going to be some added talent in there. Like CJ said, we don't have a switch Army knife, and I think we will try to draft one this upcoming in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw a name out there, and I want Doug. I want to know if you remember him. I know I like Ben Sinnott.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like Ben Sinnott. I like Jared Wiley. I like those guys. But this guy here, to me, was better than all of them. He kind of puts you in the mind of a TJ Hawkinson. Y'all remember? Do you remember Eric All when Eric All was at Michigan
From
before he
Iowa?
transferred to Iowa last year?
Yeah, that I was it was either him or it was the boy from Colorado State that I was gonna say. That's who you talking about with TJ Hawkinson. Hooker. Yep.
Hooker. Yes.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But Eric Hall is that dude, and was that dude before he got hurt. He tore his ACL last year.
Mm-hmm.
He got great hands. He's a good route runner, and he's great at blocking. So when you talk about when people talk about everything that Ben Sinnott can do, Eric All can do it just as well, even better, in my opinion. Now I know he got the injury history, but that's somebody. If you can possibly get him in the 5th round and a day 3 pick, because I think he may fall, based on his injury history, depending on how people feel about his medicals and stuff like that. And he hasn't been hyped up this for this draft as a lot of the other tight ends. But I would keep an eye out on Eric All. I've been a fan of his, and I never understood why he transferred from Michigan and went to Iowa. But yeah, keep an eye out on Eric All, man.
He went to tight end U. That's tight end U.
Yeah, I know. But but Michigan is too. Michigan ain't no slot when it comes to the tight end either.
Yeah. But yeah.
And I still believe Ian Thomas got somebody in his family that work for the NSA, and that's why he's still on the roster. Okay,
hey, look, Paul said this is not a very deep tight end draft class, so the top 5 tight end prospects will go by the 2nd round, as many teams use more 2 tight end sets in today's offense.
I don't think so.
I don't believe so either.
Yeah, I don't think so, Paul. I don't think all 5 tight end prospects will be gone before the top of the 3rd.
Paul, what are your top 5, if you don't mind us asking? Let us know your top 5, and then we can possibly see, hey, yeah, I can see that. But I think most of them
you get Paul started, you about to get a whole dissertation.
Hey, let him cook, Tony. Let him cook. Hey, man,
I just want to see the names, because honestly, I think most of them the majority that you want will be gone by round 4. I understand you said round 5, Tony, but really round 4 is the go.
AJ Brooks said was the backup at tight end University. Luke Leachy is the guy who started and got hurt. That's who you want next year. Is he talking about Iowa?
Yeah, Iowa. Everybody call.
Yeah, Luke. Yeah.
Call it. Gotcha. Okay. Let me see. Austin Wright says, I agree with Tony. He and Tom's got inside info.
I'm trying to tell y'all, man.
I'm not gonna lie.
Work at the NSA.
I'm not gonna lie. I was pretty much dead set in believing that he would not be back this season, but like you said.
But one other thing on that, it was funny to hear me. It was funny for me to hear Dave Canales mention that he's high on Ian Thomas and he really like him, but then Ian Thomas took a pay cut. I like a big pay cut. to 1.3 million base salary this year. So I'm like, how strong is your faith? How strong is your faith when you ask the man to take a pay cut? I'm just trying to put that out
Hey,
there. It's something to
well,
think
look,
about.
Ian Thomas was like, "Well, you know what? Yeah, I got you covered." He was like, "This is probably my best situation. Let me go ahead and say, hey, look what Diggy said. Canelo sure does stay high a lot." I mean, he does say that. He is definitely high on everybody, And I mean, he's the head coach. He's not gonna come out here and say, "Yeah, so and so is trash or so and so is this." So, but yeah, All right, let me
Right,
see.
right.
All right. So when if Paul gives us his list, I'll put it back up in a second. Oh no, there
There
it
it
is.
is.
Hold on.
He just dropped
There
There
it
it
is.
is.
Bauer,
All
Sinat,
right.
He
Sanders,
kept it short.
Wiley.
He kept it short and sweet too. Okay, Paul, I see you.
Bauer, Sinat, Sanders, Wiley, All, and Theo Johnson. Okay, cool.
I like that list.
Cool.
I like that list,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Now,
I don't
in a
know.
lot of
I think one of them will
in a
be
lot of
there.
mock drafts, Jerry Wiley was still available in like the 5th and
In
6th
the
round.
fifth. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let me see what
And
Mr.
one
Underdog
last thing with
said.
tight ends, most of these gentlemen are above 6'5". We don't have over. I mean, Sullivan. Do we really call Sullivan a tight end? He's really built like a wide receiver. But
Yeah.
I mean, do
Yeah.
we really have anybody in the tight end room over 6'5", 6'6"? No.
I
And
think Ian Thomas is 6'5", right? Tommy Trimmer's 6'4".
Tony, why'd you say that?
And yeah.
I really think Ian Thomas is not going to be on this team. That's just smoke screen.
I'm just right now.
Thomas is 6'4".
Right now, he
all right, no matter. He
right
sits
now
for.
he
No, it don't matter. So it's good. He sits for. He ain't 6'6". That's the only reason that I'm
okay.
looking at a bit body wide receiver, and I'm talking about
Yeah.
tall. And one thing Tony and I agree with: if you are in that box and you can have a tight end and that type of statue on the island, you throw a high ball up, that's a 50-50 chance. And one thing I definitely agree with: any of these tight ends in the draft have better hands than Ian Thomas, and they're bigger in a one-on-one set with a corner or a nickel corner.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and Trimble is 6'4" as well.
okay.
So they're both 6'4".
Okay.
What did
Yeah.
he say? Ain't no one hear that. Lord have mercy. All right. Well, let's switch subjects here and let's talk about our last group on the offense, wide receiver. Okay. So last year we started game one with DJ Chark, Mingo, and Thielen at the slot. This year we project we have Deontay Johnson, Mingo, and Thielen at the slot as well. Okay. So one of the biggest things last year with the wide receiver group was separation. Okay. And me personally, I think a lot of the separation issues had to do with a lot of the play calling. All right. And I'll keep beating this drum
Right.
until I see it change. You had a lot of plays, and it's just from my perspective, as a fan. Okay. There were a lot of plays, especially on like 36, 37, where it looked like you got 4 wide receivers all out there doing the exact same route. Okay. And my thing is, if I'm a defense and if that pattern has been started by this particular team and you see that on film, to me, that's easy to account for.
Right.
So,
right.
yeah. So I'm just hoping that new coach, new system, okay, will help this wide receiver room, even if we don't pick up a wide receiver, say at 33 and 39, because now with the Bills trading Stephon Diggs to Houston, that is y'all you about to say it, Doug? I'm sorry.
Talk about it. No, I mean, no, we got to be real with the people. Be real with them.
Yeah, that's another team ahead of us who more than likely is going to be looking for a wide receiver. Now Buffalo to replace Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, I mean,
2 wide receivers.
Yeah, because Dave Davis is going to Jacksonville. That's right.
That's right.
Yeah. So they looking to replace 2.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So me and Tony were talking about this earlier. The wide receiver landscape at 33 now may have changed. A lot, especially with that move by Buffalo earlier. I mean Buffalo and Houston. So you never know. But let me know what y'all guys think about the wide receiver room.
CJ, I really wanted you to just really tell the people what we talked about behind the scenes about Lad. I really think a lot of people. You gonna say it, or you want me
Oh,
to?
he gone?
Huh?
He ain't gonna be there.
Yeah, I mean, we were honest. We were really honest
he gone
behind the scenes. I mean, he gone, people. I mean, what we're talking about? If you go to Kay Adams, shout out to Kay Adams. I actually like her segment. She used to work with the Good Morning Football crew. Now she has her own segment where she's able to go around, talk to different coaches, different players, prospects, and etc. She has her own show, and she was able to have Lad McConkey on, and Lad McConkey was like, I want to say the news kind of broke when he was talking on her show, and she was like, "Oh, have you talked to Buffalo?" And I think he was kind of hesitant. If you look at it, he was very hesitant to say what he had to say, and he said, "I'll go ahead and say that me and Buffalo have been talking several weeks now." So again, when he said that, his face lit up. It was like he knew something that we didn't know until he opened his mouth. Then he even said, Kay Adams was like, "What do you think about Josh Allen?" I've talked to Josh, and I like that. I like connecting with Josh Allen, meaning that he knows something that us as Panther Nation, us as the media, us as fans did not know until today. That Lad McConkey may be the Buffalo Bills replacement for Stephon Diggs. So again, I know everybody's doing these mocks where you're getting Lad's falling. No, I think that's a done deal now. I mean,
yeah,
it just depends. I know we're supposed to be talking about the wide receiver, but one thing that I do need everybody to understand with this one, and I'll let Tony get on it. We have Deontay Johnson for 1 year. Adam Thielen is 34. Jonathan Mingo is going to his second year. TMJ has not been proven. He has been injury prone since he's been in the league. No, I understand that we're saying right now wide receiver is not a need, but in longevity, where Dan Morgan has talked about looking at 5 years with drafts and not just going out and paying money for somebody, I do think as much as we want to say there's other needs on this team that need to be addressed right now, wide receiver has to be addressed as well, because again, you have an aging wide receiver that had a thousand.
Speak on the
huh?
No, I was saying speak on. I know exactly what you're about to say.
Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it. 34 years old, 1,000 yards. That's not going to hold up. Then you have Deontay Johnson, who supposedly is a cancer, just like Stephon Diggs. If he does not pan out, you're down 2 wide receivers already. Then you have a Jonathan Mingo, who everybody thinks we could have got a Tank Dell. We could have got a Hyatt. We could have got multiple different wide receivers, but we got Jonathan Mingo.
Don't say Hyatt. Don't say Hyatt.
Well, I mean,
I tried to tell people last year Hyatt was not going to be what everybody thought he was going to be, just because they think he ran fast.
Correct, but no,
don't bring up Hyatt.
I was just bringing it out there because again, people say that, but where I'm looking at is, we have to address that room, because that room is aging, is a big question mark, just like Tony and CJ say with cornerback. Again, if you really look at it for the longevity of it, that room is in question. Go ahead, Tony.
I understand that, and I'm not opposed to addressing the wide receiver positions. My thing, and like I said, it will always be this way. If you just go back and look at last year, and you look at the hits that your franchise #1 overall draft pick quarterback took, you have to make that offensive line rock solid. If you go back and you look at how other offensive teams ran against our defense, what do I always say? The greatest strength in the 3-4 defense is nose tackle and middle linebacker. You have to solidify the trenches offensively and defensively. It doesn't matter who you draft at wide receiver. If your quarterback don't have time to get his playmakers the ball, it doesn't matter. Solidify the offensive line. The wide receiver class this year is so freaking deep that you do not have to go out on a limb and draft a wide receiver with the first pick in the second round. You don't have to do it at 33. There are other pressing needs. I'm not saying that wide receiver isn't a need, but a lot of people in a lot of mock drafts that I've seen, everybody wants a wide receiver, wide receiver. Well, damn, what if you get said wide receiver, whoever it is, and now the center position is is the foundation of the offensive line, which is center position, isn't that good, and now Bryce can't give him the ball. It means nothing. You got to solidify the offensive line, dog. If you want to get a wide receiver at 39 or 65 or hell 101, whatever the pick is, that's fine. But just with those first two picks, in my honest opinion, being serious, don't need a wide receiver. We just
Hey,
don't. That's just my opinion.
let me throw this at y'all. Okay. So Dan Morgan is trying to build for the future. Okay. And this is one thing that Doug was starting to allude to when he was like, because basically Deontay Johnson right now is on a 1-year rental. Okay, we got him for this year, and we have to see how this thing goes before they make a decision next year on whether they want to sign him or not. Okay, you got Mingo. He had a so-so rookie season. We got to see what he does. Adam Thielen is in his second year of a 3-year contract now, so he's getting older. I do think he'll still be reliable, but he's not the long-term option. All right. So with that being said, okay, so we really don't have a long-term option right now at wide receiver. Okay, and I know I'm jumping sides of the ball here, but we also really don't have a long-term. We don't have a long-term. Oh Lord have mercy, the words. A long-term answer at linebacker. Okay, depending on the health of J.C. Horn, we don't have a long-term answer at cornerback. All right. We have DJ Woonham and Jadeveon Clowney. They're both on 2-year contracts. Okay. So my thing is, do the Panthers sit down and say, okay, here are these positions. All right. If this person falls, we're going to try to knock this position off this list this year. Okay. Maybe they take some time and look at the talent for next season or whatever and say, well, you know what? We'll keep this one and address this next year. We'll use what we got now. Since like Dan said, this is going to be a few years. You get what I'm saying? So there's going to be, to me, there's going to be some position where we don't really address, and a lot of people are going to be like, well, damn, what the hell were they doing? We really needed this, and this, but they do have their own, their own plan and how they're going to do things. But to me, it just seems like which position for them is of greater importance right now. Because we can all sit here and speculate, all we want to and say what we think they should do. But I guess, for me, it's just like, I really would like to know, what are they thinking? Like, because let me see, cornerback, wide receiver, linebacker, edge, and you could also throw in nose tackle, okay? Because I really don't think, because I'm sorry, hit the microphone. We got Derek Brown, who's probably going to be defensive end. Okay. And we got Ashawn Robinson, the other defensive end. Okay. We are still light in the middle because Shy Tuttle, Nick Thurman, and LeBron Ray are 300, 305, and 295 respectively, if I'm not mistaken. So do we really have that long-term answer at defensive tackle? That space eater. That one person is like, okay, you better put 2 people on him damn near every play or it's going to be a problem. So there's a lot of needs. And if we're looking at, whether they prioritize short-term versus long-term, in the draft. And it would be great if we had more picks, but we don't have enough picks this year, right now to address all these. Go ahead, Tony.
Well, that's what Dan Morgan has said. Like it's not going to be a 1-year fix all. You know what I'm saying? This isn't going to be a long-term project. You're not going to get everything that you want. You're not going to solidify every need in the draft. You're just not going to do it. But the one thing that Dave Canales has talked about from the moment he became head coach is doing what's best for Bryce and building around Bryce. So the best way to do that, and they started out on a good foot with Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis, is building the trenches. He also wants to get other playmakers. I agree with that because we all know if you just look at the tape and watch the game from last year which I know most of us did, because we're Panther fans, we seen how horrible we were in the trenches. We knocked Miles Sanders for not doing enough. We said the wide receivers didn't do what they should have done. But all in all, it all comes together to form one cohesive unit. And if the center of that unit, which is the offensive line, is not operating or hitting on all cylinders, it doesn't matter what's on the outside of that line is going to do. So that's why I'm a firm believer. At least get you a center. I don't care if it's 33 or 39, but you have to come away, in my opinion, with the center, and then you can get a wide receiver or corner, whatever you want to do. But you have to solidify the offensive line. I still think that Carolina can come away in this draft with 2 wide receivers. We got pick 141 and pick 142. You know, you can go back to back.
Okay.
I mean, hey, bringing in Deontay Johnson was great. He's still young. He's only 27 years old. Came in the draft 2019. If he ball out this year, you know, and he could change that narrative about him as far as, you know, not giving great effort or whatnot, then you have the option to extend him. Okay, so it just, I know it looks like a 1 year rental right now, but if you just go back through history of what he's done since he's been in the league, except 2022 when he didn't catch no touchdowns, but hell, they had horrible quarterback playing 2022 in Pittsburgh. But other than that, if you look at his other years, he has been very productive, very productive. So I'm going to side on of the edge of optimism when it comes to Deontay Johnson being exactly who he is.
Okay. Hey, look at this comment right here by J Hustle 907. Our defense is ahead of our offense for now. I'll take O-line and wide receiver before drafting defense. We saw what happened last year. If you can't score, then your defense can't hold up all game. That's a very good point. That's a very, very, very good point. And like I was saying, it all depends on what mindset that Canales and Morgan are in, you know, come draft day. You know, what have they seen when they looked at the tape? You know, like I said, we can speculate all the time, but I'm telling you, the draft can't get hit quick enough, man.
What?
Hey, we already know that if you ready for that, because what we covered all the offensive side, right?
Yep. So hold on, let me see. Trade back a couple of times, pick up couple of picks. That's 11 picks. Yeah, that's a possibility. Let me see. Digit said, LOL, it concerns me Paul even knows about the Kelly Clarkson gummies.
What are we talking about? What
Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Here it is. He said, I heard Tuttle is taking this Kelly Clarkson keto gummies. I don't even know what those are. So oh God.
Oh my God.
Dylan, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's going on, Dylan? Hey, you said earlier, I'm gonna go ahead and give you your flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and give you what you want real quick.
Hey man,
I know what you're here for.
For everybody in the chat, y'all go check out for Panthers fans only, man. It's a good group of guys over there, and they were with us on our live a couple weeks ago. Well, I think maybe not last weekend, week before last. But yeah, y'all go check them out. It's a great group of guys over there. All right. So
hey, and there is 102 of y'all in the chat right now. It's only 40 likes. So do us a favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe, turn those post notification bells so you always be made aware when we drop new content or go live. We'll greatly appreciate it if you do it on your way in or on your way out. It's all good. Just smash that like button.
Look at what Dylan said, Tony.
What it say? The kid gonna
Lord have mercy.
Oh my God.
It said we should be able to score. The defense will be gone in 2 years. So how is it ahead of the offense? Anytime, Dylan. Anytime. Paul said my girlfriend's taking those jimmies to lose some pounds. I'll let her know. I'll let you know if it actually worked. Gummies, I mean. Okay. We got you, Paul.
Wow. So everybody on these I have no clue. No idea.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and move on here. All right, so let's go ahead. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
But before you go, so we went through the offense, and like the thumbnail said, what we know, are we having an identity crisis? And we thought that would be a great title because the past 3 to 5 years, the Panthers haven't had any identity on offense. So we're curious to know what would be our identity going forward. I think at the only point that we had a type of identity on offense is when Steve Wilkes took over and we went back to the basics, and it was the 3 yards and the cloud of dust type offense, north south smash mouth football. And I think that was recreating the identity of old, for the Panthers, and everybody was falling in love with it. We was falling in love with Deontay Foreman, and the work him and Chuba was doing, and it was working. Then all of a sudden it disappeared when we got rid of Steve Wilkes. So between Matt Rule and Frank Wright, we haven't created an identity. So that's the main thing for us for this offense going forward into this year. What will be our identity? Are we still going to be in crisis mode like we have the past 3 to 5 years? Or do we actually believe that Dave Canales is going to come in and solidify this offense once and for all? We know that he talks about wanting to run the ball, sticking to the run, being committed to the run. So we just want to see it happen and come to fruition.
Yeah. Hey, get your boy Dylan. Get your boy Dylan. Did you see the last two comments?
Yeah. No, I know Dylan. I'm not. I got you.
Tony, just read it. Don't say it, Tony. Don't say it.
Don't click on it, Tony. Just read it.
Tony, just read it.
Wow.
Hey, wow. Going back to identity, I'll put it like this.
Dylan might be on them gummies right now.
Shit. Hey, I'll put it like this. He really is. Now I'll put it like this with us as far as our identity. Okay, it's kind of like something goes wrong with your car, right? And you go get it, you go get a diagnosis on it or whatever, and it's not. Let me see. Last year, the everything just broke. Engine died, tires fell off. Steering wheel gone, everything. We were just floating out in the wind, didn't know what we were doing. Okay, if we can make it to the end of this year, all right, there might be some issues, but we know what they are. You got the parts ordered, they're on the way, waiting for them to come. I'll take that. Now what that may be, I don't think it's not out of the question for us to get back to being, somewhat of a power run game. Okay, because you got the two big guards we got. You got Icky, you got Moulton, you got Corbett, or whoever will be the starting center, if it's Corbett or anybody else. But I don't think it's that much of a stretch to say we could be a power run team. Power run first and then play off of that with Bryce. I think that would help them
play action.
The
play action.
Yep. So we'll see.
Go ahead, Doug.
Quick and easy. Get back to what Bryce is good at. How many times has David Canales said that? Get back to what Bryce is good at.
Right.
Brought in pieces that help him step up in the pocket. You spend over 150 mil, like CJ said. One thing that Tony's alluding to, regardless of whatever weapons you have, if your quarterback can't get the ball to those particular weapons because of not having protection, what can you do? So I think really and truly, Dave Canales and Dan attacked the plan that they had. And I think it shocked a lot of people. I think most of our fans, sometimes myself, are getting greedy, but we just got to tell what we got, and then we can have past judgment after the draft. But I think we're all getting a little bit greedy, and we have to really understand this is a retool. Some people call it a rebuild, but at the end of the day, it's a retool rebuild. And let's just see what Dave and Dan can do here on the 25th.
Yeah, and it's funny though, because I can't believe the amount of arguments I've heard about the use of the word rebuild, retool, reconstruct, re-equip. Like it's crazy. It's been a lot.
Yes, sir.
But fellas, let's go ahead and get into this mock draft here. All right.
Hey, Tony, I mean not Tony, CJ, real quick. Oh, you already did it. You already did it. I see it. I see you already.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and before we do that,
stop trying to boss us around, Doug.
Nobody ain't bossing nobody around. You better drink that hen dog. Drink that hen dog and put something to your mouth and be quiet. Now I'm gonna boss you around.
Don't tell me what at that time. You ain't saying nothing.
Look, we had a comment on our last mock from Justin McCauley. And he said, I know you guys didn't show it here, but most of the mock drafts I've done show trade options at 33 and 39. Most show moving back only a couple of spots and picking up middle round picks. And with the depth at most of the positions we need, I think that would be a great option too. So that's what we're going to try to incorporate here in this mock draft. Okay.
Facts. Okay.
All right. So now I went ahead and fixed the issue that PFF seems to have with their simulator, because they wouldn't, for whatever reason, they will not give us that pick 141. So I gave I sent let me see. I sent 160.
Yeah, you see what you did call, Tony? Why you laughing? You see what you did call? Yeah. You see what you did call?
What's going on?
Them I dig it. Come on, the third fan getting out up in it.
You see what you did?
Oh my goodness. Oh, hold on. Let me answer this real quick. He said, did that Diggs trade make y'all feel some type of way? And no, not really.
No, not at all.
The only thing that got me was the compensation. And you know, I kind of now that way I kind of felt like I did with the Brian Burns trade, because if I'm not mistaken, all of the compensation is next year, right?
It is. It's all next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
All next year.
Gotcha.
So they gave not only Diggs away, but they also gave away the 2025 4th round and 6th round pick, and they're only getting a 2025 2nd round pick. Correct. So you're getting one pick next year. You gave away 2 picks next year, and your top receiver. So, like I told CJ earlier when we were talking offline, that just let me know that the relationship between Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen, it couldn't be repaired. It was too broken.
Well, Tony, one thing we got to talk about, people want to talk about, Carolina got to pay dead money. You got to pay $38 million in dead money for one player.
Mm-hmm. Is it 38 or 31?
I think
it's 31. 31. Buffalo's taking a $31 million dead cap hit this year for Stephon Diggs.
Jay Hustle said 31 million in dead cap. Bill said
there it is. 31
and took the cap hit. Yeah.
Jay Hustle hit it right on the head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He hit it right on the head. Mm-hmm. Get the F out of here, player.
Flame G said, not me, because if he causes the ruckus in the Houston locker room that he did in the Bills, they will be worse.
Oh, well, he gonna have gonna have plenty of distractions. He gonna have plenty of distractions. So
don't go there. Don't go there, Doug. Don't do it.
Look,
we're not gonna go down there.
Baby.
Look, look. You see Tony now. Tony smile. You see how you get them glasses ready so he can make sure he can see. Only thing I'm gonna say, if I see both of the Diaz brothers downtown, Tony know where I'm talking about. I'm gonna give Tony a call. I'm like, hey, Tony, see, hey, look who up in here with me. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, anything possible now, because you got both of them in Texas. One in Dallas, one in Houston.
Yes, sir. Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
Let's move on, CJ. Let's go.
All right. Okay. Let me go ahead and start the draft here. So, like I was saying, for whatever reason, PFF has not updated that we have pick 141 and the Giants have pick 166. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and did that. And let me go ahead and start the draft here. Okay. All right. So we are at pick 33. And I think me and Tony were talking earlier, and we were going to go ahead and keep pick 33 and see what we can do as far as trade value with pick 39. All right. Mm-hmm. So at pick 33, who you want to take, Tony?
Zach Frazier, center, West Virginia.
Okay. Doug?
I want TJ Tampa, but hey, this ain't
Tampa.
You know, I'm the third. I ain't the first or the second. So I know I'm on the totem pole right now.
Okay. Well, you know what? Tony has been preaching the trenches.
Correct.
All right. It all starts from trenches, both sides of the ball, and I'm not mad at that. So let's, for the sake of this draft, let's go ahead and get Zach Frazier. Well, you know what? Let's see if I just want to see this right now. See if okay. So in the simulator, you know, lad is still there.
I ain't been touching in the simulator.
Hey, he's still there in the simulator.
Hey Tony, CJ, can you do me a favor? Show me where Tony's guy actually is getting drafted. The guy out of Duke. Where is he actually getting drafted?
Graham Barton, first round.
But no, I'm saying what?
But we know that, Tony. 18 to the Bengals.
Yeah, to the Bengals.
Okay, so first round.
18. Okay.
When he getting drafted? First round.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm just saying.
Hey, look,
all right.
In the last 5-7 years, he was show up center for many years. Dylan said we can't take O-line this high.
I mean, yes, you can.
We can, you know.
Yes, you can. Go ahead, CJ.
No, I was just gonna say, you know, we're not the experts. We're doing this for our own shits and giggles.
No, it ain't shits and giggles right now. Damn that. The point is, you got Austin Corbett. You got Austin Corbett again.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't played center since the preseason he was in Cleveland. That's number one. Number two, he's coming off not one but two major knee injuries. A torn ACL.
The same year.
Came back week 8 last year, played 3 games, and sprained his MCL and missed the remaining 4 or 5 games last year. So you talking about hitching your horse to a center that has that much baggage that he has to overcome, and you're trying to solidify this offensive line for your franchise quarterback. And so we always talked about, you know, CJ used this analogy about shopping at Dollar General. Yes, you can get a center around 5, 6, or 7, but why not get one that was a 4-year starter in college and that can solidify your line right now, bring great competition, and can eventually, either this year or next year, be the starting center going forward.
Yeah.
Well, why do that?
Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's go ahead and get through this mock draft, and then we'll do another one, and we'll grab a center later on. Okay.
Okay.
But let's go ahead and take Frazier here. All right.
And then I already know you about to trade this pick, but I hope TJ Tampa's still available. But I doubt it.
Okay. No, he is not. He went 2 picks later. Okay. So now let's see. So the Saints are interested.
Let me ask you this: What quarterbacks are still on the board? What quarterbacks are still on the board? Because possibly, no quarterback.
You said quarterback. Oh,
quarterback or cornerback?
Yeah.
I couldn't tell. Michael
Penix. You got Michael Penix. Who still needs a quarterback out there?
All right, hold on.
All right, while you're looking at that, let's really talk about that because, darn, Tony, I was hoping.
What about Las Vegas? Las Vegas is an option. They got Aiden O'Connell.
He just got a visit with Las Vegas today. He's in Vegas right now visiting with the Raiders.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Because Las Vegas got Aiden O'Connell. They also got
That's it.
No. They got what's the name that was in Indianapolis last year?
Here, I got
Washington State.
Minshew, Gardner Minshew. I got you.
Yeah, Gardner Minshew. Yeah, Gardner Minshew. So they got the veteran. They got Aiden O'Connell, which this would be his second year out of Purdue.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a possibility that they're looking for a better upgrade. I think Michael Penix could possibly be a better upgrade over those two, and they might be willing to come up in the second round to get Michael Penix. There's only 4 spots.
Well, here's the thing though. Now, the Raiders had the 44th pick, and they got 77. The next is 112. Would they be willing to come off of 44 and 77 for 39? Or would it be more likely 44 and 112?
It'd probably be 44 and 112. They ain't gonna give us 44.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tom.
Technically, you just swapping 39 to 44. So that's an even wash. So for them to pay the ransom or however big it is or little, you're going to give up 1 or 2 picks. Now, do you want, both picks this year, or do you want one this year and the second next year? Because we don't have a second in 2025.
No, we don't.
Okay. All right. So now 77, it said this trade will not be accepted. All right. Now, if we throw 112 in there, they have a 98% chance of being accepted.
Okay. But 112, so that's a 3rd round. And see if you can get a 6th round. Just see if you can get a 6th round pick.
So go like 120. Is that 223?
You can do 208 and 223.
Do 223.
All right. Well, I got 208 on there now, and they're saying it has an 89% chance of being accepted.
Okay.
Y'all want to roll with that one?
That's fine.
Okay. Yeah, let's see how this one goes.
I was gonna say you. Okay. Tony stole my thunder a little bit because that's what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. It's gonna be 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. So I'm gonna wait to talk about that because that's gonna be something interesting.
Okay. So
now you going live, Doug? You going live
tomorrow?
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm gonna try to come on because I'm gonna reserve my comment on how
I know that's I'm not gonna say nothing either about that because I like what you said.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say nothing. So we can keep it for tomorrow.
All right. So with that 39th pick, the Raiders took Peyton Wilson, and then so we got Sandstrill, Roger Rosegarden, Kamari Lassiter, and Kingsley, whatever his last name is, went to the Falcons. All right, so we are on the clock now, and with our first pick, we took Frazier. So we've added pick. Let me see.
Was it 112? It was 44, 112, and
112 and 208. I'm sorry, 112 and 208. All right. So now, mind you, now look, I don't think this is a possibility.
It's not fair.
Lamb McConkey's still on the board. I think fate was like, oh, you think he's not gonna be there? We're gonna make sure he's there.
No, he ain't gonna be there. He ain't gonna be there.
So we took a center. All right. Now let's go ahead and look at wide receivers, see who's still there. Besides McConkey. Okay, we can agree McConkey's probably gonna be gone by pick 44, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. What you think? I know Brad, he said Ladd this pick. But like I said, we're going on the premise that Ladd is going to be gone by now in the real draft. Okay.
Yeah, based off his interview with Kay Adams, and how he mentioned that Buffalo, him and Buffalo have had numerous conversations. It seems like Buffalo is really high on them, and the fact that they have gotten rid of their top 2 wide receivers. They're definitely going to be very needy at the wide receiver position. And so if you just go off the reports and the conversation that he had with Kay Adams, there's more than a likely that it's more likely that Ladd McConkey is gone in the first round.
Correct.
All right. So now I brought up edge here. We still got Chris Braswell, Adisa Isaac, Jonah Ellis, Marshawn Nealon, Braylon Trice, and Austin Booker.
So overrated. Trice is so overrated.
Yeah, we got flame for taking him on the other.
Yeah, he's overrated.
All right.
Yeah.
And back to wide receiver. Okay, we still got McConkey, but we're not gonna take Troy Franklin, Roman Wilson, Ricky Pearsall, Jermaine Burton. Now, mind you, okay, here's my thing. Now, Tony, I know you're not high on Troy Franklin much, are you? Or am I wrong?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not.
But I know you are high on Ricky Pearsall.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm asking both of y'all this.
No.
So now we got 44 and 65. Do you think with this simulator he'll still be there at 65, or do we go ahead and pull the trigger now?
You go ahead and pull the trigger on Pearsall, and I'm gonna give Tony all the credit before he says anything. Tony's the one that got me on Pearsall. I did so much film on him yesterday and today. I didn't know Tony was this headstrong on Pearsall, and I understand what he is on him. He only thing I dislike, and what I'm hearing is he can only play the slot in the NFL. I know, and see, and I knew Tony because that's one thing I don't like hearing. But if you see his tape, this man is and I hate saying this, a poor man's Lad McConkey. Everybody know, and when I say poor man, everybody is so Lad McConkey, Lad McConkey. If you go look at Ricky Pearsall's tape, he's just as a separation guy as Lad McConkey is. And I think that's the reason why Tony's so high on him, because everybody likes Lad. But if you look at what Pearsall's able to do, he's just a 2.0 of what Lad's able to do. And I am all for it. I am all for it.
My top 3 wide receivers in this year's draft that will possibly be available to us in the second round and beyond. I'm not talking about first round wide receivers like Marvin Harrison or Neighbors or Brian Thomas, those guys. The top 3 for me is Ricky Pearsall, Lad McConkey, and Keon Coleman.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like natural hands catchers. I like people that can go get the ball, create separation, and can pluck the ball out the air. But one other thing, real quick, CJ, what cornerbacks do we have? Because I have talked about cornerbacks as well. What cornerbacks are available? So shout out to Rock
Tyree
Jones
Jackson,
for
Andrew Phillips,
he
Green.
still might be there at 65.
Oh yeah,
you got good options at 65.
Yeah, Jackson will.
All right.
Yeah, and I watched a little bit. I ain't gonna say tape. I saw some of the highlights for Andrew Phillips because he was on Good Morning Football earlier, I think last week or late last week, and I went back and I watched some of the highlights of his. He's pretty decent. He's a pretty good corner, and he had a good combine.
Hey,
I just want to go ahead.
James said, "Do y'all think we would draft a wide receiver that we haven't been to their pro day or gave them a top 30 visit?" I think it all depends on who falls on the board.
Yeah, but everything is smoke and mirrors right now. There's a lot of jockeying. There's a lot of position. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors that's thrown out there trying to throw other teams, off the scent of what they're really trying to do. So you never really know. You never really know what these guys are thinking until that trigger is pulled on draft day.
Facts.
Hey, we said at the same time, though.
Hey, you know, man, you've been on the same train smoking, so.
Oh yeah.
But I just want. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, Dylan asked us why we don't like Troy.
Too light, and then he doesn't have a lot of a route tree like a Ricky Pearsall has.
Very limited.
Look, trust me, I didn't do film. When I say I'm a film junkie, I've been having this laptop and TV on. Like I said, y'all do your own homework, but I'm gonna give Tony his credit. I haven't heard a lot of people talk about Ricky Pearsall, and this man right here was an advocate for him and one of the first. So
Ben.
Ben.
Yeah. And I would defer with them two on that one because unlike both of them, I have not been watching much tape lately. Only tape I've been watching is tape measures out here building and finishing the shed I'm in. So
hey, real quick, I just want to throw one other name out there because I see that he's available, and y'all know I'm all about the trenches. If y'all remember the combine, what this man did at the combine, Braden Fisk out of Florida State.
I saw that.
You talking about a disruptive interior defensive lineman? Hey, what is the quickest way to get to the quarterback?
Through the line, through the middle,
of the middle,
straight up the middle. So, hey, if you're talking about someone that can apply pressure, he's good at stopping the run, and he can get to the quarterback, violent hands. I'm just saying, I just want to throw that out there.
Okay. All right. What y'all want to do here?
I'm with Ricky Pearsall. I'm going with Tony's guy. I know Xavier Legette's up there too, but one thing I think we need to have other options because again, like you said, everything is smoke and mirrors. And I think everybody is so Peyton Wilson and Xavier Legette. We need to switch it up a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. All right, let's go ahead and get Pearsall then.
Tony, you gonna get a jersey if we draft him?
Ricky Pearsall?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, if he make that 53-man roster, because listen, hey, I'm glad you brought that up.
Oh,
hey, somebody need to get this out to the Panthers content team or social media team. Listen, I flew over 8,000 miles, 17 plus hours last year to come to training camp and purchase a Brian Burns jersey at Fan Fest, and I'm out $150. I just want to know, can I trade that jersey in
Yes, you can.
for another jersey when I
can.
come back this year?
Yes, you can.
That's what I want to know.
You can. You can.
Really?
I need somebody. I need somebody from within the Panther organization to get back with me because I am traumatized. I'm out a lot of money, and I don't appreciate how all this went down. Somebody should have told me ahead of time something. I should have got a heads up something. I just want a jersey swap. I want nothing else. Just make it right. That's all I'm saying. Just make it right.
So with the jersey swap, the way of how you do that, you have to have the insurance thing on it, where you can do the jersey swap. And whenever you order online, but I know Tony did. Yes, it's the insurance where you can swipe a jersey. There's a such thing called that.
Really?
Then nobody offered me no shit like that in the damn team store.
Wow. Hey, hold on, y'all. Look at this. Ricky Pierce sounds like he should be in NASCAR.
Richard Petty. he remind me of a Richard Petty. That's why I was thinking his name.
My God.
Richard Petty.
Wow.
Hey, Diggy, you coming with jokes? You can't even spell the man's last name right. Come on now.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, hold on. This one right here, though. This one right here. I've been trying to figure this out, and I know they haven't said anything, but this is what I've been wondering. James said, I don't know if camp is going to be open to the public this year.
Why?
Because they tore down the bubble.
What the damn
right?
said.
And so they making it into 3 practice fields. Unless they truck in some bleachers and put them somewhere.
Yeah, you actually know they supposed to be building that little facility over there in that lot now.
But I don't think it's going to be done by training camp
though. I don't think it's going to be ready by training camp though.
Yeah, I think that's a longer term option than that.
Well, yeah, I think that's going to be the option. I think that's going to be the option that the Panthers are going to use for training camp because the situation in Rock Hill. You know, we all know what happened with that. So I think they wanted to move training camp actually in Charlotte now. So yeah.
Yeah, because they had
someone said they're going to probably charge because again it's going to be at capacity.
Yeah. Probably. But they purchased a piece of land, I think I can't remember I think it's on the same side of the railroad tracks back behind the stadium. But their whole thing is they're supposed to be building some kind of practice facility / like commercial spot where there's supposed to be like restaurants and bars and crap too. Right. So now they said their long snapper jerseys available.
Hey, Paul, but you ain't wrong because damn it, everybody else seems to come and go. JJ Jensen been here 15 plus years. Mm-hmm. That's somebody that you could definitely count on being here. So hey, I agree with you on that.
Go out and buy one if you want to. He'll retire next year, and then we'll be talking about the same thing again.
Hey, you see what QJ Smith said?
Man, I see. All state. Oh god.
Oh god.
All right. Well, let's get back to the draft here. Okay, so best available on the board at 65 is Jonathan Brooks. So we took Frazier at center, and we took Ricky Pearsall, a wide receiver, at 44. We traded back to 44. So what are y'all looking at now? And well, let me bring up the one person that we did talk about last pick. So Kyrie Jackson is still there.
But look at both of the Kyrie Jackson doesn't have a top 30 visit. If you go to best overall, Brooks and Nealon have a visit right now with Carolina. And
okay. But
go ahead, Tone.
Real quick, CJ. Jonathan Brooks is not the big back that everybody is clamoring for or want Carolina to select. Yeah, he's not that big of a back. He actually smaller than Chuba Hubbard and Miles Sanders. Mm-hmm. So to me, that definitely would not make great sense to take Jonathan Brooks.
I want Nealon. I think Nealon he's not a project. I think DJ Johnson was a project. If you look at Nealon's size and he's actually been able to play, the only problem that people have is the competition. The competition wasn't SEC. The competition wasn't ACC. It wasn't Big Ten. But when you look at what he was able to do at the Senior Bowl practices, they show glimpses of he just needs working, and he can be a starting and a top caliber DN. So I would say Nealon because that addresses your DN position. You got your center, you got your wide receiver. Now you really can go in best player available where you can still get a top tier linebacker. You can still get another wide receiver and a corner.
You see who was available just now, linebacker?
I know.
Adrian Cooper's still there.
I know. I know. And that's one person I was talking about.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I know.
Y'all know me.
You know that's our guy.
Yeah.
That's our guy.
Okay. Well, hold on. You know what? Let's go to edge real quick. Let me see who's still available at edge. All right. Booker, Murphy, Thomas.
Gabriel Murphy is a good edge at UCLA.
What's the man name? Ibogi?
Justin Ibogi. He's kind of still. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he kind of still. Muhammad Kamara is still there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Muhammad Kamara. That's right, Tony. My bad. And somebody said, does Braylon Allen, run back from Conch, have a top 30?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Because he is. Let me see. Yeah, he is gone. Now, somebody did ask me earlier about Blake Corum. Somebody put it in the chat. So he is still, and Braylon Allen is still with the
Cowboys the past 2 days.
Okay.
Hey, so somebody said look at the center position because I know Van Pran should be available right now.
But we already took a center.
No.
They just want to look at it.
They just want to see. They just want to see.
Mahogany, Van Pran, Bo Lemon, Trevor Keegan.
What is the stats on Van Pran? What does it say on Van Pran?
All right, there's his grades right here.
And then you talking about the analysis part. Yep, they got it right.
Analysis. Wide base and pass.
So his cons: wide base, easier to anchor but tougher to shuffle and mirror against stunt rushers. Good in pass protection in a phone booth, but anything that makes him really move is a challenge.
And what does that mean?
What does that mean?
He's not athletic. Where we need an athletic.
Like you said, he's good in the phone booth. He's good if he ain't got to move no more than about a foot either way.
So that's probably why he's been slotted at center.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's his first look? I want to see what's his size.
6'4",
6'4", 310.
I don't know why I thought he weighed more than that. Okay, well, never mind.
Okay.
Gonna say he might be goofy footed.
So CJ, what you thinking?
Okay, hold on. Let me get off of this right here. Let me go back.
I don't mind kneeling. I don't think Tony. Did you disagree with it, or you were thinking Cooper? Because I know that's what's between. I know it's between Cooper and kneeling for Tony.
And I'm going to agree.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say
I'm talking about best.
Go ahead, Tony.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I was going to agree between Nealon and Cooper, but this is what I was saying earlier. You know, when you get here, especially in these mock drafts, this is that kind of the conundrum that you have, because whoever you pick here, if we this is 65 at 101, they're not going to be there. They're going to be gone. You know,
so but this is the thing that trips me out, because this is the first mock draft simulator that I've seen where they had Marshawn Nealon ahead of Adrian Cooper. Like, I like, listen, I know a little bit about Marshawn Nealon, not a lot. I know when he transferred out of Western, when he was looking to transfer out of Western Michigan, and there was a possibility that he was going to go to Colorado and play for Deion Sanders. That first year, Deion was in Colorado, and when they started signing other defensive ends, edge, he, stayed at Western Michigan. But I know he was one of the first recruits that Deion then were high on, coming out of Western Michigan, that was in the transfer or portal. But to me, Adrian Cooper is my pick, is my number one inside linebacker. So when you talk about best player available, I honestly feel like Adrian Cooper will be higher ranked than Marshawn Nealon.
I agree, but look look at the first word of the first look. Nealon's film looks like a car crash from an action movie.
In a good way.
Now that is hilarious. That's the first time I read that. That is wild. Tony, I'm going to agree with you on this one here. Okay, and I would take Cooper too. Okay, because still, all in all, we got Shaq, we got Josie. Okay, it would not hurt to find your long-term answer at linebacker if Cooper is still there come draft day.
Right.
And this is pick 65.
He would definitely be the long-term answer over Shaq. Because Shaq ain't got so many more years left.
Yep. Okay. I say we go let's go Cooper here. All right. 101. Okay, so best available Bucky Irvin, Maris Laifu, I think that's him. Sione Vaki, Ray Davis, Eric All, Michael Hall Jr., Marshawn Lloyd, and Bo Limmer. Okay, so we took linebacker,
go ahead,
wide receiver, and center.
Center.
You need to look at a corner. Look at your corner room.
Okay, you got Abrams, Drain, Brownlee Jr., Cam Hart. I know that's your guy right there, the Cam Hart.
Yeah. But we got 101. We got 101 and 112.
I would get Cam Hart at 112. So that's me.
All right.
So right now,
hold on. But could you possibly, in this scenario, could you possibly double dip at corner? I think you could possibly.
What other need? Look at the wide receivers. See who's available at wide receiver before, because I like that. Oh, it's two of them. That Malik Washington.
Like I said, wide receivers are so deep. Malik Washington, yeah.
Who's the other one, Doug? Besides Washington,
did Rice son go already?
Yep.
Yeah, Brandon Rice. Yeah, he gone.
That's the number one. I know. A lot of people are high on that Tajay Washington kid. They said, he's not getting a fair shot. He looks good on film, but I am very.
What's his name, Doug?
Tajay, right? Tajay. Oh, Todd. Oh, my bad. Taj Washington. My bad. Go ahead and take a sip. Take a sip.
Yeah, go ahead and take a sip, Tony.
Take a sip.
I'm out. I need replenish. I need a refill.
You don't need no refill.
Okay. All right. Let's now we were saying cornerback. I say we go back and look at the cornerbacks here. All right.
I'm a Cam Hart. Who do you see, Tony?
Cam Hart is a big body. Cam Hart was like 6'1", 6'2", 205, something like that. Cam Hart's
bigger than that. He 6'4", if I'm not mistaken.
6'2", 207.
6'2".
I'm gonna say he's a big corner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's a big corner. He got a pretty good zone coverage grade. Run defense grade is good. So he's a pretty sure tackler. Probably not afraid to come up and make a tackle. On a running back or whatever. Could help support the run game. Jarvis Brownlee from Louisville has been rising up the draft board. No, he's number 2. He's number 2, CJ.
No, I was looking for something else. Hold on a second. Hey, Black Ball Enterprise with the 199 super chat. Hey man, we appreciate it. He says DeAndre Prince.
I think that's the guy at Ole Miss. He's been so high on him. I know that's who Gaddy talking about.
What does he play?
BBE, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate your super chat.
Oh, I see.
Out of Ole Miss. Like I said, I knew that's what he's talking about, out of Ole Miss.
Okay. Well, shoot, we can look at him down in the later picks. All right. But hey, again, we appreciate the super chat, man.
Doug, I'm gonna let you because I haven't really been paying that whole lot to the corners, to be honest. So, Doug, I'm gonna let you. I'm
gonna wait.
I'm gonna let you go down.
I don't want to get him right now, and we can get some other value. Look at tight end. Nobody said nothing about tight end.
Yeah, Paul did in
Yes,
the
we
comment.
did.
I was waiting to pick it up. Hey, there you go, Eric.
Shit.
Go ahead and
Yes.
get Tony Guy. Get Tony Guy here and then try to get Cam Hart.
Look at all 5 of them though. Eric,
yeah,
all
for real.
K. You know, K Stover did not have a drop ball at Ohio State this past year. 0 drops. 0
That's
drops.
all right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to go with
pick?
I'll go with Tony's Guy.
Eric All or Ben Sinat?
No, we've taken Sinat before. Let's go Eric All. Let's get him right.
Okay, we'll take Eric All.
See if Cam is available.
All right.
I'll be sick if he's not.
Go ahead and take him.
Go ahead and take him.
All right. Cam Hart?
Yes, sir. Now this is where you can really double down at certain positions.
Okay.
Now you can even trade. You can take. Can't get my damn words out. You can pick a 141 and trade 142 and get some more picks.
Correct, if you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, now we do have Braylon Allen sitting here, 6'2", 245.
Head bounce right. Yeah. I remember watching him his freshman year at Wisconsin, and he balled out. He came on the scene and this shocked everybody.
Hey, Brandon Hallman, yes, this is a Panther channel. If this is your first time here, hey, we appreciate you joining us. But yeah, this
hit
is
that like
button,
podcast. Subscribe, turn your post notification bells.
Hey, CJ, also Gaddy for Black. That's his name. I call him Gaddy. I don't call him Black Ball. It's PFF. All you gotta do is on PFF. You can do as many mock drafts as you want. You're not gonna be able to get the stats and the trends and analysis, but you'll be able to go in there and just do as many mock drafts as you want. Again, it's just go on PFF, go to NFL or have an NFL draft tab and just go down to draft simulator. That's all you got to do.
Hey, BBE Black Ball Enterprise. What you mean you wanted to share it? Share it.
What I just said, Tony. He wants to know how you able to go in and draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. So best available here, we at 141. So we got Braylon Allen, McKinley Jackson, Jordan Travis, Will Shipley.
You got all the bags.
Rendo. Yep. Hey, here. Hey. I'm going BPA. I say Braylon Allen. Like I said, 6'2", 245. There's your power back.
Hey, that's your guy. Go ahead.
He looks like a Derrick Henry in uniform. So I'm trying to tell you, that's a big boy, and he well put together.
All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull the trigger. Okay, now we got the next pick, 142. All right, so we've got running back, cornerback, wide receiver, center, linebacker,
tight end.
Yeah, and tight end.
Double down, really.
Yeah, I tell you, Doug, I was gonna say the same thing here.
Double down on what?
Anything.
Now.
Anything, Tony. Anything.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Tony said corners because again, I know we are shallow at corner.
Okay.
Very.
All right.
I want to know if that Guthrie kid from Arkansas. There you go. But that's hot. Kalen King's grade is good though.
Hey.
Look at his grade.
Hey, I know he didn't have a good combine either. But Doug, Kalen King is one of those things you have to just turn on the tape.
Okay, I'm looking for tape.
I don't care what his measurements are as much as what I've seen on tape.
Okay.
His tape is impressive. Because when Joey Porter Jr. was there, and of course they wasn't throwing to his side of the ball, Kalen King got a lot of the reps, a lot of balls thrown his way.
Because Tony's right. If you look at it, go to his analytics. Look at that second. I'm sorry. Go to his stats. Look at that year when Joey Porter. Look at that. Look at that 89, and that's the year he did have Joey Porter Jr. with him last year. Look at that, yeah. Tony. Now I see what Tony's saying.
Okay. So we had Joey Porter last year, but in 2022.
No, 2022 he had Joey Porter Jr. and in 23 he was not there with him.
Gotcha. Okay. My bad.
Okay, I'm gonna look at some tape of that, Tony, and I'll get with you tomorrow. I'm looking at some tape, and I'll definitely I'm looking at some tape.
Mm-hmm. He allowed one touchdown and 3 interceptions.
Okay.
In 2022.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And he don't have the greatest speed, but he's very instinctive, got good feet, and I think he would be excellent in zone coverage.
How big is he?
5'11", 191.
190.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
His feet are fast. Okay. No, go ahead.
Mr. Hunky Dory said Murphy at edge.
From UCLA.
Gabriel Murphy out of UCLA.
Mm-hmm.
Grayson Murphy, I'm sorry. I'm calling him Gabriel.
260.
Okay. Not bad.
Pass rush. Yeah.
All them numbers look good. All them numbers look good.
Likes to use the bull rush with good leverage to push the pocket. Decent anchor ability for a player who weighs less than 260. A little stronger than his brother Gabriel. Cons, not an imposing athlete. Strength, density, explosiveness, all just adequate or below average.
I knew it was a Gabriel Murphy in there somewhere. So he's the brother Gabriel Murphy. Okay.
See,
I don't like the damn cons though.
Yeah. Decent first step to threaten the outside shoulder, but doesn't have a good bend to corner. Bull rush is strong in first 2 steps, but lack of length makes it easier for offensive tackles to anchor and stop him. Okay.
Well, he's 6'3", right?
6'3".
Yeah, I think he's 6'3".
260. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. You know what?
So what y'all feeling like, fellas? Well, look at
I say we do. What you doing?
No, go ahead.
I would say
no. Go ahead. What do you want me to look at?
McKinley Jackson. I'm just curious of what his size is, because he's an underrated defensive tackle from
6'2",
big boy. To my nose tackle, 325, short, stout,
and a 4-3 scheme. What to say? A lack of arm length. I was gonna say, but that 6'2", he might have a little bit of arm length problems. His passing rush / star potential, but he can be successful as a depth pass rusher in a rotation.
Okay.
But that's one that knocks too. That's on Chris Jenkins out of Michigan. They're talking about because he has short arms. It really stops him when you talking about being violent and hand placement and things like that, getting off blocks. They say he struggled with that because of how short his arms are.
Okay. All right. Let me see. I would say we're talking about double dipping. I say we double dip at corner here.
So you want King?
Either him or cornerback from Arkansas.
McLaughlin is good too, but go with King again.
McKinley Jackson is a dog. Okay.
Yeah. McKinley Jackson is a dog.
Well, you know what, Tony? I think in all these drafts that we've done together, I don't think we've taken a interior defensive lineman in any of them. I know you took one in one that you did and posted to the Twix.
Yeah, I took Devontae Sweat. Yeah.
Out of Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he fell. Right. He was in the second round. I think I got him at 39. I think it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, go ahead, CJ. You the trigger man.
Yeah.
Push the button. Push the button.
Push the mofo button, man.
Oh my goodness.
You got it all day.
Yeah.
But
wow. Okay. All right, Mr. Hennessy. All right.
Hey, that's what we're gonna start calling him, CJ. I'm gonna call him that tomorrow night.
Now call him Brother Hen Dog.
Yeah, hey, shout out to my cousin, the Hen Dog. Go ahead and tell the people what's up.
Okay.
All right, now made me act ignorant now. Now made me act ignorant. Hey, if you're new, we got 150 people, 114 people in the chat. Only 63 likes. Do us a great favor, big favor. Smash that like button, subscribe, turn those post notification bells so you'll be aware when we drop new content or go live. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning visitors, we welcome you back as well. So hit that like button, whether you're on your way in or on your way out. We would greatly appreciate it. Go ahead, CJ.
Oh no, yeah, you good. All right, so we got pick 208. This is one of the ones we traded for with the Raiders. What y'all thinking here? Best available on the board is Hunter Norzad, center from Penn State. Any particular position y'all want to look at?
Look at linebacker.
What you say, Doug?
Linebacker, because we didn't get that linebacker out of Jordan Ford is still there. I mean Jalen Ford.
Mm-hmm. We took Edwin Cooper,
but we didn't take a backup, did we?
No, Cooper was on the linebacker we took.
Did we get a DN?
Hold on.
No, we didn't get a DN.
You know, yeah, we did because we took Cooper instead of Neal.
We took Cooper's.
All right,
yeah, might be
yeah.
Trajan Jeffcoat, that's the son of Jim Jeffcoat, former Dallas Cowboy legend.
Okay.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Trajan went to Denton Geyer High School.
I've looked at JJ, JJ Weaver. I think that was his name.
Yeah, from Kentucky. 6'5", 244. They don't have an analysis on him yet. 5 sacks, 3 hits, 21 hurries. Okay.
We definitely got to frame to get bigger. 6'5", only 244.
That's almost another Barno.
Yeah. Barno was 6'5", 247 coming out.
Let's look at Khalid Duke from Kansas State. 6'4", 246. No analysis on him yet either. Let me see. Mr. Hunky Dory said, do not forget to look at competition. The players are getting their stats from high numbers from crappy teams. Don't mean a thing. That is true.
Facts.
That is very true.
That's facts.
Very true. Yep. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me go back to best available. Look at Nathan Thomas here from the Raging Cajuns. 6'5", 334 tackle. No analysis on him just yet. 76.1 run block grade, 71.4 pass block. Zone grade, 71.1. Gap grade, 83.4.
DJ Austin Wright just said it. That's the guy that has the 6 fingers. I'm like, I knew Weaver.
Who got 6 fingers?
JJ Weaver. Tony, don't do it. Don't do it.
I listen. I cut up, but I ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
I don't do that.
He got a good story.
Okay.
I'm interested in wanting to know what the story is. I'm more intrigued to learn about the story.
Yeah, look it up. It's a good story. They did a whole special on him. I want to say it was last year before their bowl game because he has to wear a special glove and then he goes to it's not St. John's Hospital. He goes to the hospital with the kids that have disabilities or have different more fingers and all that and shows them that I'm just like you. It's a good story.
Okay. Good. That's good.
Cool. Okay.
I'm offended that y'all would think I would pick at that man. I can't believe, bro.
I didn't say a thing, Tony. I did not say a thing.
Not you, CJ. I'm talking about that damn third fan we got over there.
Look, hey, I'm gonna let him get it all out because I got something for him tomorrow. I'm gonna let him get it all out. I want him to get it all out.
I'm not gonna. Matter of fact, I'm not gonna be available tomorrow. How about that?
No, he'll be there. He'll be there. Okay. Now we doubled down at corner. So Dan Morgan has preached competition. All right. So one thing we haven't addressed, we did get a defensive lineman, man from Texas A&M. What about a tackle here? Because we do got swing tackle Josh Nyman. Okay, and I think Christensen might actually
swing. Yep.
Yeah. So think the tackle, but I think the tackle positions with those two right there being swing tackles, I think that's the depth that you need right now at tackle. So I don't think tackle is a pressing need in the draft.
I don't mind Ford.
Even coming in as a project.
What about safety?
We deep in safety though.
So we'll go with Ford then. You can go with Ford because I see CJ is teetering with it.
Who? The linebacker.
I'm done.
Jalen Ford.
I'm done with Dylan said. I ain't say nothing else. I ain't saying nothing else. I'm done. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm done. I'm done.
You know what?
I'm done. I'm
done.
Quit. I'm done.
Quit. Turn my camera off.
I'm done for the night.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Hey, let me.
I'm done for the night.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Hey, look. Look, we got Devin. He said linebacker Trevor Wallace from Kentucky is a beast.
I don't even feel right saying that no more. I'm about to come up with something new now. Cause Dylan, you done taking a whole. He done took it somewhere. I'm not saying
beyond
it no
hilarious.
I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it no more.
Look, Chris, I'm trying to get there, brother. Who do we pick?
It's one of them linebackers.
Hey, I do. Hey, but since I like Trevor Wallace. I watched a lot of tape. Well, a lot of highlights. I ain't gonna say tape, but I watched a lot of highlights of Trevor Wallace. He is a very good linebacker for Kentucky.
All right.
So that will add some depth to that linebacker room because outside of Shaq Thompson, Josie Jewell, we drafted Edwin Cooper in this draft. I don't know what other linebackers on the practice squad. I know we just re-signed Tay Davis. Kamar Grugier-Hill is not there.
How do you say your name?
Dante Jump,
Latula or Latte? What's the dude? We got him last year. I'll pull the thing up because I know Tony was like
Leota.
Who?
Oh, Iku Leota.
Yes.
Leota.
Yes.
Okay. What about him, though?
We still got him.
This is true. This is true.
But but Iku Leota, if memory serves me correctly, I think he was playing a lot on the edge.
He was. I mean, but he was playing a linebacker, but then they played him more on the edge when he started that one game. He did start on the edge.
Yeah, but I'm talking about those true middle linebackers. I'm looking at those true middle linebackers, not those outside linebacker potential edge rush guys. I need true dogs in the middle.
Got you.
All right. Well, so we haven't picked the edge yet. I say we get that for our last pick here. It's just a matter of who.
Okay. Y'all go ahead.
Let CJ choose it. Who you want, CJ? You can do best.
JJ Weaver. But look, for obvious reasons. All right. Let's see what we got here.
I knew they were gonna say that lad, but we good.
Zach Frazier, Ricky Pearsall, Adrian Cooper, Eric All, Cam Hart, Braylon Allen, McKinley Jackson, Trevin Wallace, JJ Weaver. They gave us an A- for this one.
That's a good one.
Hey, I think we need to post that one to Twix, CJ.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna save this. I'll definitely post this one. I think that's a pretty solid draft. Everybody in the chat, what y'all think?
Hey, Chris,
let's know what y'all think.
Y'all got my boy Cam Hart. That's my guy. Like I said, I am an advocate for Cam Hart, man.
Yeah, because like we were saying earlier, there's a lot of positions that the Panthers could draft for. And Dan Morgan is saying that this is a rebuild that's going to take a few years. So to me, it just depends on what position is higher on their board and what player is available at a certain pick. You know, do they go wide receiver? Do they go linebacker? Do they go corner? Do they go edge? Do they go center? So I think it's all just who's on the board and what draft pick are they at, and that's how it's going to play out. But to be honest with you, I think this was a pretty solid draft, and for us. And we did make a trade, we had to make a trade to get our pick 141 that PFF seems to not want the Panthers to have for some reason. Okay.
Right.
but then we traded
Shout out
back
to
to
Justin McCauley
44.
too, man, for the
Mm-hmm.
for that heads up on
Just.
the options about trading back. Yeah, Justin McCauley
Mm-hmm.
about trading one of the second round picks.
Yeah. So we got Zach Frazier. Okay, so we all agree that that is a need because Austin Corbett's coming off with 2 knee injuries in the same year, same calendar year. Okay, same calendar year. All right,
Yeah.
Ricky Pearsall, highly underrated wide receiver out of Florida. Ezra Cooper, okay, linebacker out of Texas A&M.
No.
Dog, he's a thumper, downhill linebacker. Eric All, for tight end U. Okay.
Sleeper.
Cam Hart, cornerback out of Notre Dame. Braylon Allen, and we mentioned this earlier about the need. I did for a need for a running back. Somebody in
bruiser.
A bruiser.
Yeah.
A bruiser. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Now I'm gonna say, yeah. Do y'all remember when it? I'm not comparing him to Christian McCaffrey, but y'all remember the type of offensive line that Christian McCaffrey had at Stanford? They played a lot of 12 personnel, one running back, 2 tight ends, and it was basically inside zone a lot. That's one of Christian McCaffrey favorite plays is running inside zone, especially straight up the middle. Braylon Allen, if you look at the kind of offense that they run in Wisconsin and the offensive linemen that they pretty much nurtured at Wisconsin, it's like that old school smash mouth football. When you put the right kind of line in front of him, that dude is going to be a beast. So it wouldn't be no more of that worrying about getting 4th and 1 or 4th and inches or anything like that. You put Big Boy in there, he can get you that 4th and 1, 4th and inches and much more because he got good speed. He don't have great speed. Like he's not a 4.3, 4.4 guy, but for someone that's 6'2", 245, if I'm not mistaken, he ran the 40 at least in 4.5 at the combine. So
Yeah.
you talking about somebody that can get you what you're looking for, CJ? That ain't gonna go down with that one finger tackle like you always said about Christian. That one finger tackle. Hey, Braylon
Yeah.
Allen could be that guy.
Hey, and shout out to Mr. Hunky Dory again, man, for the $2 super chat. He said, "Happy fan if we draft this way." Hey, we appreciate you, Mr. Hunky Dory, as usual.
Yeah, we appreciate you, my boy.
Let me see. Let me get. He said, Dylan said,
Hey,
"I don't understand why we need running back. It's not necessarily a big need, but looking at competition. Dan Morgan says he wants competition at all positions, and we don't know yet if this offensive line is going to fix the short yardage problem. Maybe they will. Maybe it was, somebody put in the comments earlier that it's hard to get short yardage when the defensive line are in the backfield before the running back gets the handoff. That's also a fact. Okay, but but to add on to that, we could all, like it's competition. Competition. Okay.
Mr. Hunky Dory said we need a halfback like Mike Allstott. Well, Braylon Allen would fit that description, friend. Let me tell you something. Yeah.
Let me see.
If you don't know anything about Braylon Allen and you want to watch him, the first thing that jump out on tape to you, you're gonna say Derrick Henry 2.0.
Okay. Diggett said thumbs up. Chris Marr said, "I'm a big Notre Dame fan." Hey, go Irish. He said grew up with Notre Dame football. Bray said it's all right. We could do better. Hey, facts. That's a big fact. All right. Dylan said we got to get edge rusher higher than that too. I agree. Now I do agree with that one. But going back to what I was saying, it's we're going to pick one position, and then I think another position that a lot of people are high on is going to fall to the wayside. Not necessarily to the wayside, but it's not going to be picked as high as we want. It just depends on which position it is, and I think it's too early to tell. Now, me personally, I think we're honestly going to be in for quite a shock as Panthers fans at draft night after this all plays out.
If for some
hold
reason,
on, Tom. Thank you, Chris. He said, "By the way, I subscribe." Hey, appreciate you, man. Thank you. Welcome to the Two Fans family,
my boy. Yeah, and listen, if we were to for some reason, if we were for some reason draft like this, I would say that it would be clear the identity that the Carolina Panthers are trying to have offensively. When you look at the center position, the tight end position, and the halfback, all that looks like to me is you are really committed to establishing the run.
Physicality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, physicality. Yep. Yeah, that's a better choice of words.
Hey,
Appreciate
tell him Devin. Tell him Devin Smith. He said there were a ton of plays last year we couldn't convert on 3rd and 1 and 4th and 1. Facts.
Yes,
Facts.
yes, it was. Yes,
look,
it
he
was.
said Fridge Perry is still alive. Hey, I take him.
Hey, Chris.
Digging over there. He in his book of jokes right now, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris said it best. That subscribe button and like button is free. Only thing you gotta do is hit it. That's all you gotta do.
All you gotta do. That's all you gotta do, man.
Free 99 at your local YouTube dollar store.
Free. Oh boy.
All right. Well, shoot. Well, fellas, I think that'll conclude it for tonight, man. That was I like that draft. I like the discussion we had tonight. So if you're late or you just joined us when we did the mock draft earlier, if you want to go back and take a look, we discussed the offensive side of the ball. We took a look at the roster and how we saw the starters playing out so far. We're comparing it to where we're at now pre-draft to where we were first game of the season last year. So I want to make sure I reiterate that this is how we are now compared to game 1 of last season. Then this is pre-draft.
Right.
Okay. And once the draft is over and we get all of our undrafted free agents in, and maybe there's some more signings, because training camp coming up in time in between that, I don't think the Panthers are completely done in free agency. So there may be a player or two that still comes and signs. So we'll see. But we're Chris, we usually go live Wednesday night, 9:00, like we do now, and Saturdays at noon. This Saturday at noon may be a question mark. I will be out of town. But if we do go live, just turn those post notification bells on so you know when we do go live. But we usually go live twice a week. Okay. He said every day or what, so I can come. Hey, like I said, Wednesday and Sunday. Let me tell you, I wish we could go live every day.
Wednesday and Saturday.
Wednesday, Saturday. My bad. I said Sunday. I'm sorry. But yeah. Let me tell you, I said Sunday. All right. But fellas, what do y'all think, man? What y'all got to say to the people?
Go ahead, Doug.
Nothing, man. It's always good to come up with my 2 big cousins. CJ, you gonna be available tomorrow? Or you gonna be? I already know you're gonna be out and about.
Yeah, let me know.
I know. Tony told me. All right, but yeah,
we're taking a road trip.
Yeah, I was just gonna
what time you going live, Doug?
I'm about to tell it. We're going live 8:30 Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. The thumbnail and the live is already up on What's Up, Doug. You can see the title. It'll be our first mock draft, and the title is Mock Draft 1.0. 5 quarterbacks will be taken in the first round. We will be talking about wide receiver options. We will be talking about quarterback options that can help talent drop down the draft board, and who would trade up and who would trade down. So it's gonna be a lot of fun tomorrow. Like I said, my big cousins, I know Tony will be up there. We'll have Uncle Quan up there. We'll have a couple other YouTube content creators up there. And we're also going to invite people up in the chat. If you do want us to do a mock draft with a particular team, we will ask you to come up on the channel tomorrow. So it's gonna be a lot of fun tomorrow night at 8:30.
So you said 8:30 a.m. That what you said?
8:30 p.m., sir.
Hey, appreciate you, Jerome. Though he said he just subbed to your channel, dog.
Hey, I appreciate it, Jerome. Like I said, they're my family. Like I said, if you go on the channel, if you scroll down, you will see everybody that's a part of What's Up, Doug, who supported. More people have supported, but again, they have brought me into their family. And like I said, CJ and Tony are like 2 big cousins that we talk all the time. So
man, you asking the old man to get up before 5 o'clock 2 days in a row. Shit.
You can come in. I'm
gonna need some compensation. I'm gonna need some compensation. Something.
Just wait till we hit the end of this live. I got something for you. I got the compensation for you. I got it for you.
Man, get you some Hennessy and apple juice and call it a day, Tony. You'll be all right.
I appreciate it. Like I said, it's getting closer and closer. I know CJ and Tony and myself and a couple others have talked about draft. I just can't wait. The content is coming. We're not stopping, won't stop. I ain't gonna say who say that saying because there's a lot of controversy, but
take that.
No Diddy. You know what?
You know what?
Well,
I'm testifying all you.
Wow.
I appreciate them. Like I said, the content is great as always. We definitely appreciate, all the questions coming in. I always appreciate Tony and CJ, adapting me that title, the third fan in the stands. Like I said, they're a family I love. Always chopping up with them, every Wednesday and Saturday.
Hey, we appreciate it. Tony, you got anything to say?
Hey, I mean, I can't help Dylan got me cracking up, man. But no, hey, like we always say, man, hey, we greatly appreciate you guys tuning in, hanging with us on Wednesday nights. We hope that we can keep creating good content for you guys that make you want to stay, make you want to listen, and give our opinions and things like that. And feel free. Anytime you guys want to voice your opinions, give your take, hey, feel free, tap in. All is welcome. We don't want it to always only be just our opinions. We're not the only fans of Panther Nation.
Right.
So if you got an opinion, there's something that you want to say, tap in and voice that opinion. All that we ask is that when you come on, match the energy. So whatever type energy you see us give, be willing to give it as well. No more, no less. That's all we say. And smash that like button. We're up to 80 likes right now. Let's see if we can get to 100 before we tap out. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Turn the post notification bells so you always be made aware when we go live and drop new content. Go ahead, CJ.
All right. Hey, I'm just echoing everything the guys said. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate you. And as always, again, and a big shout out to Cuddy Cutright for letting us use his video for our intro today.
Yeah, big cut.
If y'all if you came in late, go back, check the replay out, check out the intro. It's Carolina Panthers song that he made. I think it's fire. I didn't hold on, what did Dylan say? So I can't wait to see Tony said this.
I tell you what, it won't be that one no more. I bet you that. You just have burnt that one, Dylan. Thank you. We appreciate it. That one's gone. I can't do it no more, man.
Hey, but go back, check out the intro. And again, thanks to Cuddy Cutright for letting us use that for our live tonight. We really appreciate it, and we hope to have him on a live sometime here in the near future. But as always, y'all, I like to take y'all out with three things. Number one, y'all be good. Number two, y'all be safe. And number three, as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding. And we'll see y'all, all right?